Welcome back, everyone, to episode 50 of the Quarantine Cast. This is our 1-year anniversary episode. We are super excited to be back today for 50 episodes into this craziness and lots more Lego stuff to talk about today, along with some really cool reveals as well. So I've got Brian, Kirk, Jeff, Nick, and Dan are all back with us today to chat some more Lego and see what we have to offer. So let's just jump on into it. Before we get into the exciting reveals and news of the day, we want to thank Ash Daddy for their support of this live stream. Brian, what can people find if they check out Ash Daddy online?
You can find the secrets to unlocking the true potential of the stock market. You can find all the crypto. And no, you can't find any of that. But you can find the best deals imaginable on eBay as a platform. Ash Daddy works incredibly hard day in and day out to provide top-notch listings for anything pertaining to Lego and beyond it, and also top quality service as well. His overwhelmingly high ranking on the stars as they do it on the eBay. It's a 5-star system. The stars speak for themselves. He is incredibly proud of the work he puts in and the service he provides to his customers. So big shout out, big massive shout out to Ash Daddy of LME Toys, building your mind one brick at a time. There's not a single other person, don't even try to show me the stats, that has 6,000 rankings at 100%. Not a single person. What an impeccable and incredible record that is for LME Toys on eBay. So go check out all the things he has to offer on his store. And as always, thank you, Ash Daddy, for your continued support on the show.
It's like I always say, when looking to buy Lego products, follow the stars, and that's where you'll end up. And you can't do better than Ash Daddy.
Biggest shining star in the sky, and rightfully so.
There we go. We've got April joining in just in time here. Hey, so now that we've given a shout out to Ash Daddy, Brian has something very excited that we want to share with you today. So how do we want to go about this, Brian?
Well, so I was thinking about, we've been doing this for a little bit over a year, and a lot of people have been tuning into the show, have really enjoyed the show, and the shenanigans that Josh, Kirk, and myself have gotten into from like almost the very beginning, all sorts of guests throughout all the episodes. And we wanted to do something, well, I had the idea to do something awesome and drag the O'Hanlons into it, drag Kirk into it, and release something to commemorate 1 year of over 1 year of incredibly awesome memories on the Quarantine Cast, and release a little something for those who may want to, get something for yourself. That's a little piece of artwork. So if you want to show the people what
I've got it. We can screen share it right there. Oh, look at that hotness. Wow.
So this is a 1 year anniversary print that is done by Ray Griffith, who is an artist in the Lego community. And he got commissioned to do this for myself, Kirk, and Joshua. There's all the list of the people who have been on the show in the chat. And you can purchase this for yourself. I'm going to be fulfilling it on my Etsy shop. And not only are you getting the print, but you're also getting the signatures of Joshua, John, myself, and Kirk. So we're all going to sign each of them and ship them out to you wherever you are in the world. So if you want to get one for yourself, the link is in the chat. It is available right now. It is incredibly well done and captures the likenesses of the three of us, I think, incredibly well. So this is for,
I would definitely say so.
So 1 year of awesomeness with this crew. It's been awesome, and hopefully you guys like it.
Why is my name being erased?
Because you say something stupid. So, yeah.
Because what?
Because you said something dumb. So you have all the names on there. So just just an option for you. Realistically, I wanted to do this for the four of us, because we've been through this since like the very beginning, and I thought it would be cool to release it to people as a as an option if they wanted to purchase that for themselves. And since it's autographed, I think it's especially cool. So there we go.
Yeah, it's very, very cool. This is a video that the artist actually sent of the graphic coming together here. So it's kind of a behind the scenes as he kind of figured out what to do with it. But what I love about this is, yeah, just the way that I think it represents Kirk's personality, my personality, and Brian's just very unique personality as well. So all of us, and then getting all those names in the chat over there. And it's easy to miss if you weren't looking closely. But there's actually, if you cut back to me real quick here, you can see John reaching around there with his arms. So John is represented behind the scenes here as well, taking care of everything. And then you got Esh Daddy's comment highlighted at the bottom there. So many great little unique things here that if you've enjoyed the Quarantine Cast and you're a fan of Beyond the Brick, definitely want to pick this up. Like Brian said, it'll be signed by all four of us. So there's a great kind of piece of memorabilia from the Quarantine Cast and from Beyond the Brick. And that is available over on Brian's Etsy store. So you can find a link to that in the description of this video. We'll put that in there. And then I think it's in the chat as well.
Yes, I'm putting it in the chat. And the backgrounds are all paying homage to what we have in our backgrounds. You see, like, Kirk is very focused, like he's focused on putting two Lego bricks together. He has his IKEA robot that he did a little while ago. I'm obviously holding Mario, as you can tell. The Coliseum in the background of Joshua. So all sorts of little nods to each of us, which I think is really cool. John was actually part of it in like the frame in the beginning, but we actually never see John on any episode ever. So I thought it would be, more fitting if he's, behind the scenes erasing a little something, making sure the chat is kept an eye on. So
I love that touch. Yes, I think that captures his role very nicely as well. His arm reaching around there. So great idea. Brian kind of really took the lead on this and pushed to get this made and worked with the artist, who is also very talented. Yes, I think you mentioned his name earlier, but really great work there as well.
Yep. So I'm going to be linking his info in the chat as well. Just trying to put it out on all the platforms there for everyone to take a look at. But yeah, the one that took the most, I worked really hard with Ray to get Joshua looking right, because you see he's looking down right there on Kirk kind of menacingly, and I'm like, well, you're a little happier than that.
Like,
so, yeah,
like John Walker. If you know what I
mean.
mean.
A little bit. Yeah. So
this is early in the process, so things changed from this.
Yes. Got Thawk in the background for me. Obviously, the coffee, the Beyond the Brick logo for Josh, Jaws for Kirk. There's all sorts of little touches here. So I'm very happy.
Kirk, this is your first time seeing this, right?
No. I did not see it until like way later down the line when it was like done. And Brian.
I said to Kirk, I'm using your likeness for something, and you're not allowed to know what it is.
He just kept coming in increments. He's just like, using your likeness. I'm like, okay. He's like, I'm not going to ask you for permission or anything. I'm just going to use it. I'm like, okay, fine. And then later down the line, he's like, oh, what's your favorite color? I'm like, red. But then he never tells me anything afterwards until like one night he's like, hey, can I call you or whatever to show you this thing? And he's like, oh, wait, I never showed you? Because I was like, yeah, you only asked like what my favorite color was, but you never told me why. And then
that sounds like a Brian thing to do.
But yeah, I love it. It turned out great. I think everyone looks pretty cool. The artwork really resembles our style.
So yeah, I'll be fulfilling all the orders over here. So they'll be shipped right out from Boston. They're going to Kirk first. So make sure you don't mess up any of the signatures there, Kirk.
I will do my best.
John and I have signed our parts. Kirk and Brian will be next. There you go.
So it's,
basically, the hand of God is erasing me.
Yes, rightfully so.
Wow.
Oh yeah, and funny Fig, which the guy that did the art, also stopped into Jeff's stream one night and was like, "Is that a birthmark or whatever?" And I'm like, "Why is he asking that?" But it was also for this. So yeah, everyone always keeps like asking me questions, and I don't understand why. It's like very subtle until I end up seeing what the thing actually is. But it always ends up turning out good, which is nice.
Yeah. So there you go.
I like this. It's easy to miss the Brixo brew on the shelf and behind Brian, but that's a very nice touch.
Yeah, Ray took it like next level. Like I've worked with artists before who like don't quite get what we're trying to go for, but like Ray got it. He looked up all the different screenshots and the little inside jokes, even without me giving him direct direction. So he's a great person to work with, and hopefully there's more in the future with me and him. But it was a great process, and I think I love that all the names in the chat are there too for all the people that have been on the show, paying a little homage in that way. Obviously, can't have every single person on there, but just a little something for that too. So
I think we've got everybody who's in the stream right now is in the chat somewhere there.
You go. Exactly. So that's the idea. So that's for episode 50, 1 year, ladies and gentlemen. And as you know, it's May the 4th, so we're all building Star Wars, right?
Oh, you know it. This is my favorite Star Wars building right here. Yes.
Wow, look at
I
that.
love it.
Hey, I got some Star Wars. Hey, look at that.
Star Wars. Man, look at us. We're so on brand.
Yeah. It's great.
Nick's like, what? Nick, do you have some actual Star Wars, or did you also?
I've got a lightsaber.
Look at that.
That works.
See, this man came prepared.
This is all the Star Wars I have to offer, though. Sorry.
Andres has a bunch of Star Wars in front of him.
He does.
Good to see everybody. It's can you hear me?
Yes.
They let you
It's
out of the
also great to
compound.
see that yeah, exactly. He's not in the compound
So
anymore.
I'm here because of 50 episodes. What an honor to be here. Congratulations. It's the most important live show in the whole universe. So I mean, when we think of this whole pandemic thing, it's all a madness, but we have you every week. So it's awesome to be here, and it's good to be back in my studio. And I've done 1 hour live stream, so I just jumped over. I did a shopping thing, like this all commercial thing, But it's good to be here. It's good to see everybody, and I can show you this evening, if you like, all the new droids and the new trooper stuff, because I have it here. And
Brian beat you to it several episodes ago. Sorry, Andres, you're too late.
Okay. Okay, but have you already seen The Child?
Yep, we saw that.
Okay.
Yep.
Have you
That was
seen?
like 6 months ago.
Yes. Andres, where's the AT-AT? Where is it? Do you have
Give
it?
him a break. He's been in the compound, okay? Gee.
Hey,
Have you
there's
seen that? Have you seen that Slave 1 from like 2002?
Is there anything? I mean, I can show you everything. I can even show you this Millennium Falcon with my sig fig. So it's all
no,
here.
That is nice.
I can show you. This is the first set. This was a present from good friends of mine. This was actually the first set after my Dark Ages. So it's all here. So I'm all prepared for this lovely episode. It's all here. So we can build anything. So
what about the Death Star? Do we have a Death Star on hand or no? Hey, look at this guy unprepared.
Speechless for the first time ever.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. So it's good to see everybody. I'm still have to answer to some mails and stuff, but I'm here. I will stay forever. It's good to see everybody. And of course, Brian, this whole thing wouldn't be possible without you. So, I mean,
I think it would be. I think it,
No.
You might
It would be seriously lacking. Let's put it that
Yes.
way.
Well, who else is going to talk about Mario? You're going to have, Kirk talk about that? No, he barely talks as it is.
Wow. I love you too, Brian. I love you too. Oh boy.
Hey,
I
Brian.
hate on the quiet people. Jeez.
Hey, Kirk, that is an awesome T-shirt you're wearing.
Oh,
Whoa,
yes.
is that some Vision Bricks merch I see?
It is.
Whoa!
It is. Yes, this will be released very soon. I made this the other day because I had my Teespring store for like the longest, like years ago. And then I never really did much with it. And then the other day I was scrolling and I'm like, I have these designs sitting here that I never really like put into motion. So let me do that. So I have this and then one other like very simple design that I put on there. But these will be released soon. And yeah. So that's this.
In the
It's
meantime,
Terminator inspired, actually. So
Better
fantastic.
sell as many as you can before Lego come knocking on the door, bud.
that is this. Oh wait, actually, to speak of this, the sig fig. This is the original Vision Brick Sig thing. This was actually drawn by Minifig or Mini Brick Productions, or his other profile a while ago. So yeah.
That's it. No more free shout-outs.
Nope.
I understand.
No more merch promotion. We got nothing else to promote. Oh no, Zuzamgabout. No. We're not associating.
Whoa, you just switched like that and Nick, start what can you start repping over there? Twitch.tv/BrickandNick. Did I get it right this time? Oh, there we go.
Yeah,
So I'm sorry, Brian. Are you up for some Star Wars atmosphere?
Load me up on Star Wars. I'm
Are
ready.
you about to play some copyrighted music?
It's all for you because of your lovely show tonight. 50 episodes of this madness. It's awesome to be here. It's really I'm hyped. Where's Jane by the way?
Oh man, he's not here.
Jang's too
Wow,
busy making
thank you,
quality
thank you.
content.
Thank you for sharing your musical talent, Andreas.
Thanks, Josh. It's always good to see you. And you know how I miss you and your brother and Brian. It's all. But we are back on track as soon as maybe a few months. So it's good.
That's
so,
right.
So what is the deal tonight? We have to build something. We just chat. Where's Marcus Besser? So what's going on, Brian?
Okay, so today is all about building literally anything except Star Wars. So I'm building Harry Potter. So that's today.
All right.
Josh, do you have the build cam? I want to see how big this Taj Mahal is.
I don't, but here I can. Here's the frame is it's not real wide. Here's the frame so far.
So how many pieces?
Is it say on? It's 2,000 pieces.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So I was going to mention. So I think I'm on record. I've certainly mentioned this in the past on different streams. The large Taj Mahal set that they've released, they did it twice now, is probably my least favorite build experience of all time because it's literally the same thing 4 times and it's massive. There's tons of tiny pieces and it wasn't a great experience. So I'm hoping that at this scale, the build experience is much better because it looks great on display, but I'm hoping the actual build experience is a lot more enjoyable this time around. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, that was always my chief complaint with the original Taj Mahal was that it was super repetitive and it took up a ton of space. And that Taj Mahal actually has roundness and shape to it.
Right. Now, I will say,
all the studs.
like I said, though, once it was done, I think as a display piece, it looked really cool. And I had it behind me for a long time until the Coliseum had to take over. So I did enjoy it. But yeah, it just was not. I did build it on the 24-hour live stream a few years ago, which didn't help. So not only was it the same thing 4 times, but obviously I was very tired, and that doesn't help either. So that might have had something to do with it.
I find it interesting when you showed the instructions earlier that it says architecture on the instruction booklet, but it doesn't say that on the box from what I've seen. So.
That it does say architecture at the bottom on the box. I just
the
was
bottom.
looking down at it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. But yeah, the footprint is much smaller with this than with the larger one. So we'll see how this goes.
Joker Manor?
One day mine will get delivered.
Same.
Wait, are both of yours stuck in limbo?
Mm-hmm.
I think last check mine was in Sydney.
Well, it makes sense for Dan because he's in like a corner of the world, but I'm surprised even for April you're having trouble with it.
Mine's stuck in Cincinnati. When I called him this morning, it's because of weather.
It's not the only thing that's gone to Cincinnati to die over the years.
True.
No, I shouldn't say that. Cincinnati's actually
You're not saving.
not a bad city.
You're not. Nope. You're done. Nope.
I feel like that was a little harsh.
No, it's fine. No, real quick. Hey, Nick, Do you have a part of a hashtag ad you want to share with us that looks like something really cool? See, I'm throwing him on the spot, keep him on his toes. Now he's full time. Yeah. Now that you're full time, I got to keep you on your toes.
Sure.
Oh yeah, just throw stuff at him. He's got it.
So I got reached out to by Humble Bundle. They are a gaming platform that also supports charity when you buy the games. They do a lot of different bundles. Typically, they give you really good deals on stuff. And so they reached out and they wanted to do a build to celebrate the bundle. So I picked out doing a giant minifig version of Iron Man based on the Harry Potter and Hermione that are coming soon.
Incredible.
Yeah, it looks great. I saw that on Instagram the other day. I think you did a good job.
Yeah. So it's definitely interesting kind of exploring how the minifigs come together. It'll be interesting to see the sets, and I think Lego's going to do a lot of sets with this because it's obviously very widely applicable. I definitely think we'll see Star Wars and more Marvel and a lot of different themes in this style because I think it's a really fun one to build in, and I think that we're going to see a lot of cool techniques used to like build out the designs, somewhat like what I did here, but I think Lego will find a bit of a cleaner way to do it. So it'll be cool to see. Sure.
That's way more impressive than the Harry Potter ones. So good job. It's much more action. It just feels a lot more lifelike. I really like that one. Great job, Nick.
Thank you.
Looks good.
Speaking of some action, we got a $10 super chat from the one and only Professor Michael Kanemoto. Happy anniversary. Play well. That's a name you're going to hear on this channel a lot more over the next couple of months as Lego Masters Season 2 is hitting the TV screen soon enough, ladies and gentlemen. That's the one and only.
That's going to be exciting.
Lots of great builders on this season. Yeah, I'm excited for it. It should be good.
I don't want to show any biases, but I like that Michael Kanemoto, you know? Good man, that Michael Kanemoto. What about you, Dan? You're awake.
Yeah, just. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
How you feeling?
Good.
Okay.
You got that Brixo brew in you?
No, it's too early to make coffee in this house. I'll wake everyone up.
Isn't that the whole point?
Right?
Oh, I don't do drip. I don't do that drip coffee that is synonymous with America. I make actual espresso. You know what I mean? Like real coffee. Got to grind
Wow.
it.
Just
Grind
coming
the
here
beans.
hating on our national beverages.
Right?
Oh, that drip coffee is disgusting. You guys need to stretch out more and drink European coffee.
Oh,
It's
you know where it's so much better though is if you're sitting in a day.
That Denny's drip coffee, eh?
It's so
That's
good.
probably why I'm traumatized by it. I remember my Denny's story.
Yes, I
I'm
do.
traumatized by the coffee. I don't know.
I've received 2 scandalous messages from Joshua Hanlon in the past 5 days. 2. And I'm
Man,
only
I
gonna
don't know. I was in some kind of mood this past week.
I'm going to share one of them with you. One of them.
Uh-oh.
Okay? I'm going about my business, living my best life as I always do. You know this very well, ladies and gentlemen. Always feeling the vibe, all right? And then I get a message that Joshua and the family, of course, because you know the O'Hanlon's family men, of course. He says, on my way up to Holland, Michigan to enjoy some beautiful sun and flowers at the massive tulip festival that happens every year. Sounds like a great time, right? And then the latter half of the sentence, he says, obviously going to look for the closest Denny's to cap off a day of beauty and culture. I thought about blocking him and quitting the show.
Oh, no. Sometimes I just got to really get you going, Brian. It just brings me so much joy. But there was no Denny's involved in that trip. That would not have been good.
It seems like a reoccurring trend on this show. It's just to get me feeling, I guess it's better than feeling nothing at all. It's feeling a little bit,
I appreciate. See, now Joseph Sawada thinks of me when he goes to greasy restaurants. Oh. If I had a Waffle House near me, Fazoom, John and I would be there so many mornings. Brian, have you been to a Waffle House?
I went to a Waffle House once, and I was told to eat the grits.
Grits
You
are
know-
awful. They never have grits.
You know-
What you've got to get at Waffle House is their waffle that they take and melt peanut butter and chocolate chips on top of. And so it's
That sounds good.
basically like a Reese's peanut butter cup like flavor on the waffle. It's so good.
That sounds
Okay.
actually very good. Jeff, do they have Waffle Houses by you?
No.
Accurate.
Oklahoma wouldn't do that to themselves.
Well, they did Tiger King, so that was enough. You know, that was enough for about 5 years. But you know,
Oh
well,
yeah.
you diss
I
grit?
don't need to talk anymore about my breakfast places.
No, you don't. Hey, Bricksar's been using the Brickso brew for weeks and remain alive and well. Yeah, I didn't kill Bricksar. That's good.
That's good. That's good to know.
Can we explain for the Soul Kiwi in the house what grits are?
Oh, I don't even
Please.
know what that is.
I don't actually know really how to describe them. They're like it's like a white substance.
It's a grain that's like
It's
really,
it's like
it's gritty.
it's gritty and like flavorless, so it's like a weird texture with like very little flavor. And I've tried them a few times and I feel like I'm doing something wrong because I just don't understand how there's any appeal. Yeah, like look
and
at
when you
that.
cook them, it's
No.
kind of like it's in snot.
It looks like
Great.
baby food.
So I think the grits I had were like not yellow. Like they were like yellow.
Were they cheesy?
I don't remember. I think I blocked it out.
No.
It's a bad trip in general, but oh man.
It's a very southern thing, Dan. So like
Yeah.
like it's very much a southern US thing.
Mm.
And they love them. A lot of people love them down there. I have not yet to have them in a way that was enjoyable.
It's like oatmeal, but instead of oats, it's cornmeal.
Nah, yeah,
Well, what's cornmeal?
Cornmeal,
yeah.
ground up corn.
We haven't reached the food portion of the show yet. There's like plenty of other Lego news to talk about. If you want to like divert
We
from
Apparently, we fast forwarded. My fault. My bad. Sorry.
No, it's not your fault at all.
Not sure
See,
why
Nick
someone
is this-
would go to
Nick
a
is this
restaurant and ask for that.
Professional Lego streamer, and he comes in here every week trying to add this like professional air of
No.
building and all of this stuff, and we just derail it every time.
He's
And I
only
can
been
tell
here
how
2
disappointed
weeks.
he is.
He's only been here 2 weeks, and he already added it. You see this, man? He already added it to his weekly schedule. You know, he's like, "Oh, I'm setting a precedent by putting it on there." And then Dan was like, "Blame me if he's doing it. Might as well I do it too." And then tosses it on his schedule, and then I got on my schedule. You know, we're trendsetters here, Joshua. You know,
That pretty much was it, actually. I did. I saw Nick put it on his, and I'm like, you know what? You know what? I'm doing all of these streams in a week, and everyone thinks I'm being lazy by cutting my own streams. But you know what? It's because I'm streaming with other people 3 times a week
Yeah.
as well. So 3 of my own, 3 with other people. Why not?
It's not enough, Dan. More.
Okay, my bad. Okay, sorry.
you got to keep
I'll-
constantly working. Always.
24/7, 365 content. If you're not
Yeah.
doing anything less, you might as well just quit.
I told this to
That's
Nick.
what
you
I've
know,
been doing wrong all this time. You know,
Yes,
I'm only a content creator like 1 hour a week,
How dare you be so lazy? Oh,
and that's that hour that I just think about making content.
Wow. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Just think about making content for 1
Yeah.
hour a week.
Yeah, if you just think about it, it will happen. Well, I can tell you right now, it won't. After 2 years of just thinking about it, it won't. You actually have to do something. Look at Nick here. He's now a professional content creator. You know why? Because he does.
Dues?
he does. No.
Because
that's
he
it.
do. Because
That's
he do his content. Unlike the rest of us who just sit around watching everyone else's content, thinking about it.
Did Andreas get taken away to the compound again?
Oh, he did. Did you not see those 2 guys come in and put a bag over his head and whip him out the side?
He's
Yeah.
been gone for a long time now. I'm kind of getting
I'm just
worried.
noticing.
Nah, he's cool. He'll come back in a minute at the compound.
Okay.
No,
We've
I
linked twice.
Do you notice that Jeff also left? Maybe he's breaking Andres.
Oh,
Oh,
no,
Jeff's back
oh,
for
whoa.
breaking. It was. I thought he was breaking him out of the compound, which is why Jeff left for a minute.
Imagine like Jeff coming across Andre's camera.
He's like, "All right, this city is mine. I'm just gonna take this, and this."
When John and I visited Andreas 2-3 years ago in his studio, we actually stayed the night in the studio there, and Andreas stayed at his house. So we just wrecked his city and trains all night when he wasn't there to supervise us. It was a lot of fun.
Just like the kids in the Lego movie, something like that.
Yeah.
Playing with all the toys.
Yep.
Holly says, "I don't think Kirk agrees with Dan on what? On everything."
Oh no, because Dan said in terms of people that like the rest of us just sit around here just watching the content, not doing anything about it.
Oh,
And
when
I
I
made a
say that,
face.
I just
I made-
mean I'm,
Yeah, no, I
I'm
know.
talking
I know
about
you're,
myself. Yeah.
no, I know you're joking. But yeah, it was a face that I made.
Well, he's not wrong. I mean, all I do is make wise crack remarks and just kind of build with Lego.
Stuart
you
figured out
even
what
do a
happened to
live stream.
Andreas.
Disney took off Andres off air for Star Wars copyright music infringement.
Oh yeah.
Listen, kids. If there is any corporation, multi-billion-dollar corporation, you don't want to mess with, it's the mouse. Never, ever, ever, ever. Never.
That and the IRS are to be feared by all.
Oh, wait. Who's worse, Disney or the IRS?
Disney, hands down.
Provides, no. Disney provides entertainment. You know, the IRS provides a heart attack.
That's true. There's no, like, usually with Disney, you've done something wrong.
Oh yeah.
To, like, have them reach out, but the IRS is like every year, like, no.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, my taxes still aren't filed yet. Can we change the subject? Can we- I gave them to my guy.
Yeah.
You got like 2 weeks, Brian.
That guy you met up with in that alley in Boston wasn't actually an accountant, Brian.
I get he's a certified professional accountant.
Brian, the fact that the man had a shaved head, was wearing a Dropkick Murphys tank top, not a full-on shirt, tank top, and cut-off jeans might have been a good indication that that man is not, in fact, an accountant.
Or he knows exactly what he's doing.
We'll
No.
be here in a couple weeks, won't we?
Somebody asked what I was building. This is what I'm building, the Ninjago Titan mech.
That thing looks cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
It
yeah.
reminds me of a Gundam from way
For
back
some
when.
reason,
so-
my timeline is filled with lots of like Ninjago season. I don't know what season they're on now, but just a
The
lot of
show's
that.
still on?
Very
Oh.
much so.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. I
okay.
kind of.
Great.
Yeah. I haven't been up to date with that show since like the season with Moro. That was like, the last time I watched. I think. Oh no, it was the one with the pirate genie. I don't remember his name. But that was the last thing I watched. And then I just stopped.
Because you had to rewatch Terminator for the 12th time.
Maybe. I actually started watching another show this week, but I won't get into that.
Speaking of unfulfilled expectations, how's the Ghostbusters treating you, Joshua?
As good as something you haven't seen can treat you.
Good. Fantastic.
One day, Jeff.
I hope you do.
Also, speaking of unfulfilled dreams, the exact opposite of an unfulfilled dream is a 1999 super chat from Esh Dadi, because he loves the show so much and not only sponsors the episode, but he also contributes with the 1999 super chat. Some birthday money. Thank you very much, Esh Dadi, for the 1999. It's greatly appreciated, sir.
This is a good time to mention the graphic as well. For anyone who's just joining us, Brian, where can people find our 1-year anniversary quarantine cast graphic?
You can find that graphic over on the Etsy shop because we're all signing it. Otherwise, it would have just been on like a Teespring shop or something else. But I thought it would be special if we all autographed it and sent it out to people. So it's up being fulfilled over there. So if you're just tuning in now, it features Joshua, Kirk, and myself on the actual poster, and then John erasing some questionable comments and keeping the chat in line. The chat full of everyone that's been on the show before. So go and get yours. The link is in the chat as well as in the description, and will be reminded across social media until the end of time. So check it out if you have any interest in having a little bit of Quarantine Cast memorabilia.
Good job. Good ad.
Yeah, hashtag ad. There.
We got a question.
What size is the print? 11 by 14. I probably should have said that in the beginning, but it's 11 by 14. So the frames, I got a frame at my local craft shop pretty easily. So it'll be shipped in a smaller size tube, and it's actually free shipping domestically. So if you're in the United States, it's free shipping, and international, it does cost a little bit more, obviously, because Brexit and all that, just prices right up. But I do ship international, so don't worry about that.
You better believe we're getting a framed copy with all the autographs to put in the studio here.
Absolutely.
So looking forward to that.
Fazoom with the $5 super chat. Hey, I'm gonna buy you guys some waffles one day. Blessings to you all. Thank you very much, Chris, for the $5 super chat. We'll be at a con one day, and we can all go out for Waffle House. It'll be a good time.
Yes.
Yeah, thanks, Chris. That's nice of you. Thank you.
Certainly be a good time. So yeah, check that
You can
out.
also, hey, if you want to get to know Fazoom a bit more, you can check out one of two of his shows, which is Messy Mondays at 6 o'clock Eastern, and you can on Mondays, and you can also check out Old Grey Bricks on Thursday, which is at the same time at Fazoom's channel. So if you
Man,
wanna
look
learn
at
about-
Chris becoming such a content creator. Who knew?
Yeah.
I mean, he was just the space guy for so many years.
he's
I
still
never
the
knew he would
space guy. He's
he
still-
would become such a massive online content creator.
He's still the space guy. That's all he ever talks about is space, and then he makes fun of people for building castles. So, but hey, he's a good guy, and it's a fun time.
Oh, I'm sorry, Beth. I forgot this Twitch thing.
But give Andreas a minute to make an account real quick. But until then,
Yes. By the way, because of you, Brian, I'm building a set of Marcus Besser. I thought because of this lovely evening, we all got together here. You know, I will build this lovely roller coaster set. Joker Mania.
I'm posting the links to various Twitch channels right now as I am coming across them. So
I think it's
feel free.
everybody's name on screen. I think is their Twitch, right? Is that correct for everybody?
Not
No.
the case for me at all.
I'm
Okay,
putting
well,
Kirk
never
in
mind. I'm
now.
wrong. Nick, it's right for Nick and Dan and April, I think.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, there you go.
Give me 1 second. I've got a list of Dan and April's, and I'll get Nick's on there too. I made this a while ago, so just give me a second.
Thank you, Jeff.
Here's
Yeah.
the frame so far. So this is the footprint of the set.
Nice.
So yeah, it's on a much smaller scale. I love this color here. I think it looks really nice so far. So I think that's a really nice outline color to the whole
Hey.
build.
My mouse died. I'll be right back. I gotta throw a battery in, and I'll get that list in. I promise.
Christine Figueroa with the $5 super chat. Thanks for the awesome content. You're very welcome, Christine. Thank you for the $5.
That's right.
I saw somebody ask earlier about international shipping. So the shipping of literally anything over the size of an envelope is like $15 to the UK. So that's the price. It's not a thing to make money on. That's just how much it actually costs to ship the thing, unfortunately.
Is there any countries you can't ship to, or is it pretty much able to go anywhere?
We're gonna figure that out as I ship them out. And if it's a problem, I'll get to that when I get to that. But otherwise, I'm just gonna say anywhere in the world for now. Lost Dwarf with a $20 super chat. All the love is being showed today. Thank you very much, Lost Dwarf, with this lemon head bowing with a bush behind him.
Wait, I don't see anything. Oh, it must be the way it shows up in StreamYard. All it says is
Yeah.
super sticker for me.
Yep. So
Oh.
it doesn't show the sticker, but yeah.
Well, thank you, Lost Dwarf, for that chat.
yeah.
Right.
Will there be any way to get some of the others to sign the print? So the way the print is right now, because it features the four, people on it, that would be that's what the print already comes with. And the idea would be that if you go to a show or something, then you could like have other people sign it as well, or you could ask them. I don't know. That's on a person-to-person basis, so I can't speak on behalf of other people. But
alrighty, we got April B's and Dan's Twitch in the chat. I'm getting Nick's right now. Give me 1 second, and I'll get Kirk's as well.
Thanks, Jeff.
Yeah.
Brian, was there anything with 'cause I think you mentioned this to me, I might be wrong. Wasn't there like a certain limit of prints available or no?
so right now there are after we each take ours, there's like 45 available, and there can be more printed at some point, but wanted to keep the stock low so that way I don't have a bunch of them that I'm like sitting on over here. So it's not necessarily numbered or limited, but I think once demand kind of dies down, it'll just, that'll be it. So get one if you really want one while it's there, but no pressure to get one right this very second. It'll be around for a little while, but not like forever.
Did somebody ask about another signature as well, or was I dreaming about that? I'm sorry.
Say it again, Jeff.
I think somebody asked for everybody's signature on that. I'm not sure.
Yeah. So I said before that would be up to the individual people if you want to send it to their PO box and do it that way. Because if we sent it all out, like, to Josh and John, then to Kirk, then to, New Zealand, and then to, into Europe, and then to Nick, that's why we kept it just the 4.
Question is good here. Yeah, if this sells well, we're certainly open to other prints and, artwork in the future. So if you like it, definitely go out and purchase it. And that encourages us to do more of this type of thing in the future.
And not only that, but also Ray does incredible work as well. Like if anybody has, I don't want to speak on behalf of Ray, but if anybody needs any sort of commission, like Ray does excellent work, not just like Lego stuff either. He does all sorts of stuff. You can follow him on Instagram, reach out to him via email. He was like incredibly professional and great to work with. Like I can't say enough great things about him. And clearly he captured our likenesses incredibly well. So please give this man some work. He needs to feed his family. So send support his way as well.
Also, go support him on Kickstarter as well. He's got his own comic book that he's launching about a young lady that finds out that she's a cyborg and the adventures that go from there. Ooh. So very cool, very science fiction-y and fun. Ray is also, like Brian said, a wonderful artist. I have worked with him before as well, and he's a good dude. So there you go.
Hey, Flynn.
Hey,
Hello,
Flynn.
friends.
Hey, Flynn.
How's it going? I caught the artwork that looks so awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool.
That's right.
I saw our name was like right there underneath the Quarantine Cast logo. That was so exciting.
Yeah. So all the names of the people that have been on the show are there. The only one, so somebody's name had to be obscured just a smidge, but you can still tell that's Joseph Zawada right there.
Yeah,
that's right.
Of course.
And then Stuart just under the gold ribbon. I caught that as well.
Yep, exactly. Because Stuart, he's always lurking in the shadows over there in Denmark. You gotta stay over.
And I love that he's erasing something by Jeff's name.
It's on brand, I think. In the most
awesome,
lighthearted way possible.
Am I the only guy from Germany, Switzerland, and Austria who has been involved in your quarantine cast so far?
I think so. I think you might be from those 3 countries.
This is something special, I have to say. It's really something special to me.
Well, you are the most popular Lego website in those 3 countries, so we wouldn't want anyone else to represent.
Thank you so much, Josh. If this is your opinion, I love to hear this.
I also put up Flynn's. So Tricky Bricks is on Twitch as well now, and Flynn does weekly builds and chats it up with folks and goes on old mannerisms about things, but it's a good time. Not really. He doesn't do the last part. I apologize. But Flynn's stuff is good too. You should check him out. So go give him a follow, and if you can, give him a sub.
Thanks, Jeff. And I'm fortunate enough to be on the today's raid train with April and Dan over there, and some other awesome folks. So excited about that. Tuesdays is now always a big stream day.
Yeah,
Tuesday is the best day to stream.
Agreed.
Wholeheartedly. So there is like like Lego things happening. If
Are
we
you going to
wanna,
make us talk about Lego, Brian?
I mean, we
Come
can.
on, Brian.
Jeez.
Can
Okay,
we
so
not talk
I-
about the 57 idea things
hold
that
on.
won?
I try to be professional by bringing it back to Lego, and then all you people want to talk about is food. How the tides have turned.
Yeah.
I'm hungry.
Why talk about Lego? Why talk about Lego when we could talk about grits?
What are you doing with this?
We could just talk about grits. We can talk. I have old fashioned, and I also have quick 5-minute. Which one do you guys want?
Wow, Kirk, I gotta say that is definitely, and I've seen you do a lot of weird things since I've been on the show, and that is definitely up there. But I also applaud you because grits are amazing, and I'm so glad that someone else knows and appreciates them. I will have the old-fashioned kind. Thank you very much.
What is grit, Flynn and Kirk? What is going
We
on with
already
the
handled
legal
this
affairs?
once.
Please explain to me as a stupid
You
European
have to wait
guy.
till the stream's over. We already went over this once on the stream already.
It's I don't know, a ground corn version of oatmeal.
Yeah, it's a bit difficult to explain. I don't really know how to explain it, but all I know is that it's good.
It sounds terrible, but it's actually amazing.
So, Andres, have you ever seen Alien or Aliens?
You mean the movie or my neighbor?
Yeah. The movie with Ripley and such, and the power loader.
Yeah, but many years ago. Many years
All
ago.
right, okay, but so you remember when the android got split open and all that white stuff came out?
Of course, it's most iconic.
There you go.
Okay, here we go. Okay, thank you, Jeff.
Gotta ruin it now. That is definitely not what that is.
That is definitely what that is.
Oh yes, polenta. There you go, Holly. That's right. It is very, very similar to polenta, just not like it's just prepared differently.
Look,
Brian was so close to keeping us professional and on track here before we once again got.
But Joshua, do you still have cheese in tubes?
What? Like Cheese Whiz?
I'm sorry, what just happened? Yeah.
Like this, you have
cheese in tubes.
You still have cheese in tubes. This is still something you have.
Yeah,
in a can. Yes,
it's like a compressed air can.
It's fine. It's fine. I mean,
spray it right into your mouth.
Can we talk about Lego?
Yes, we can do. So what did you have in mind? Well, here's ideas. So that's one thing.
Okay, so we're not going to go over every single one of these.
Oh no, my goodness!
This is the list of every single Lego idea submission that has achieved 10,000 votes between whenever the last period ended and literally 2 days ago.
It's out of control, people. It's completely out of control.
Yeah,
quite literally.
Oh boy, I can't wait to not get the sets that we want and get something like, I don't know, a map.
I'm excited to see one set get approved from all of this.
We talked about, I think, 70% of these on a previous show a couple of weeks or a couple of months ago at this rate. So we don't have to talk about any of them or all of them. I think we actually touched on all of them. So yeah, we're gonna get one of these.
Yeah.
Probably or two.
We're gonna get one of these. It's gonna be. Let's see. What's my least favorite of these that they're definitely gonna pick here?
I think the bookends are a thing that nobody wants and nobody needs.
Yeah,
I think that'll become a thing.
Yeah, that seems very likely.
Man, that King Tut bust is so cool, though. I'm just looking at that again. That would look so good on display. Just that next to the Van Gogh set, next to the globe. I mean, just it works so well together.
Well, they have been leaning a lot towards that kind of object that you can put on your shelf and display as opposed to play sets more. I mean, like Winnie the Pooh obviously was a play set, but they really seem to be leaning towards those types of things lately.
Yeah.
I'm just glad there's no Bionicle up there.
No need to get negative, Jeff.
I know. That's a positive. That's a positive, not a negative.
I really love that Chitty Chitty Bang Bang is so fantastic.
Yeah, they already turned that down once, though, didn't they? But that is so cool. I love that.
Too bad you're not going to get it, Flynn.
I
won't
get the Snow White Cottage either.
That would be cool.
The bridge is nice, but I don't see that happening.
I would hope, and I mean, this is just something that I always say, but I would hope that the Polar Express set gets made. I mean,
Yeah.
Because Mini Brick always like puts a lot of work into those things, and he still hasn't gotten one like
Yeah.
kind of just like for that to happen.
The Polar Express one is pretty snazzy, I gotta say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I grew up watching the movie, so it's got a like special place in my heart.
Oh, I
Holly-
grew up reading the book.
Holly
And you
says
have
that
an even more special place in your heart. Yeah.
they've been
I have no
alternating
heart.
between shelf display pieces and childish and nostalgia. Not much in between for a while. I'll counter that with Seinfeld, though. I don't think that's childhood nostalgia. If children were watching that in their childhood, that's a no
boy.
dice.
That's a what, Brian? That's a what?
A no dice.
Oh, I watched Seinfeld with my mother every Thursday night when it was on when I was a wee lad.
Well, I mean that we can tell, and I
It
watched.
explains a lot, honestly. There's a lot of pieces starting to connect now.
Good.
So that's all of them.
Yeah.
Is there a Simpsons one in there?
The Quickie
No.
Mart, but that's probably not gonna be made.
Oh, wait,
It's
there
bottom.
Yeah. That's the type of thing that they'd be like, you know what, we're gonna revive Simpsons and just crush all my dreams.
Oh, boy.
Well, I mean, that's fair.
What do you disapprove of more, Bionicle or Simpsons?
Well, Simpsons, I don't have any like real negative feel. I just have it's just completely neutral to me. And so there's just so many other things that are more interesting to me than that.
Right.
So that's kind of how it feels.
Tanks or tanks.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a good starting place, Flynn. You can start there and then expand out.
You see now there I'm like when it comes to war stuff, I'm like you are with pop culture. Like tanks is about the extent of my knowledge. That you've just tapped it all out. Cannon, does that count?
There you go. Just keep saying
So, Joshua, you're always talking about how big pickleball is becoming and how it's the new national pastime for America. Why haven't you submitted a pickleball court to Lego Ideas yet?
I should. That would get so many votes with all of the passionate pickleball fans out there. I don't think they would make that though, because it's no one people don't care enough. And it's very niche still, so they would never do that.
Yeah, you slap the Beyond the Brick title on it, and people go, "Oh, right, okay."
May I ask Josh one person? So the main reason why I'm here, the only reason, I would like to ask you one question, Joshua. One question.
One.
Only one. And then I'm kind of done here. I've seen images, and you have to tell me the truth now. Do you have a playground, a field of your weird sport in the backyard of your house?
Well, when you say it like that,
Man.
so we did paint a pickleball court on our driveway because it's a small enough court you can do that. So you don't need a whole ton of space to play it. So we did do that, and so that's why. So like last year. During lockdown, that was our main activity, which was very good because it kept us active, which was very helpful. So all in all, time well spent.
Awesome. It's okay. Thank you so much for the answer. Now
When you next time you come here and you visit us in Indiana, you can play on our court.
This is something I would love to hear, and I will join you, and I will play with you, and I will win. I'm sorry, it was a long day. So I'm looking forward to. I played table tennis, I played tennis, I played badminton. So I'm really into your sport as well, I would guess. So I'm looking forward to this. Great.
Brian, what are you trying to show us there?
Just showing off Hagrid. Just real quick. So he's different from the one that came with Buckbeak, where the front is printed right there, but otherwise he's pretty similar. So, yeah, just
It's
a
still
quick,
nice though for the people who missed out on the
Right.
like
that.
me. That was actually
pink umbrella.
Yep, that was my Harry Potter falling off point because I didn't get that brick heads, and I'm like, all right, well, I don't have everything now, so I'm done.
I think I accidentally had that brickheads sent to me because they didn't say what it was, and I was like, oh, what is this this useless Harry Potter stuff they're sending me? Then I gave it to a friend who's a really big Harry Potter fan, and he loved it, so I'm glad it could go to a good place.
That's fair. No, but you got Hagrid now, so that's good. Let's see. Rules for pickleball, please. We're not going into pickleball rules.
No,
There's so much
we
stuff to
don't.
cover.
I mean, as much as Timmy would love to come on and talk
Yeah.
about pickleball, we don't need to go there.
That's too controversial for this show.
Brickset literally listed every single Lego Ideas submission in one blog post. That's incredible.
Wow.
Really?
But it goes down like 3 pages worth because there's so many entries.
Yep.
Just in one shot. Wait, does no one have anything to build for Star Wars Day? We have literally nothing.
Yeah, no.
That's not true. I was working on Mandalorian speeders earlier, but I just kind of finished before the stream.
You are now looking at the entirety of our Star Wars collection that I bought this morning at Target so I could build something on my stream this afternoon.
That's not bad. Hey.
Thanks, Glenn.
But I got a couple of good ones, right?
Yeah.
That Tauntaun's pretty cool.
The Tauntaun's super cute. It's a really cute little build. And then, and I had to, and of course there were like 20 of these and they were on sale. Because I remember about 6 months ago, whenever they first came out, there was like a mad rush for Mandalorian packs and everybody was freaking out. Just wait 6 months and it'll be on sale.
Yeah, that's when I got mine. But I don't have it sealed, so I can't build it.
Or in video's case, 3 weeks.
No, I'm glad to have it. I actually really love The Mandalorian. And again, like, how are you going to say no to cute Tauntaun and like little cute AT-AT Walker? So I'm down with that.
Yeah, it's good sets. Those are fun to build. The Mando set's really fun. That's where all these guys are coming from. I wasn't really happy with like the bit of ground and like the little speeder, so I was like, I will make my own. So that's
Well, and then ironically, I just put together more Star Wars sets in the last week than I have ever put, and fortunately, I didn't have to store them afterwards. I was doing it for a friend, so just got to build the ships and not had to find the shelf space for them.
What ships did you build?
Because we're running out of space.
That's fair. What ships did you get to build?
Oh, I built a lot of TIE fighters. I now can build. I think one of the many TIE fighter sets by heart. I know all the pieces, having put many of them together. I did Poe Dameron's X-wing. I built an AT-AT, an AT-ST. I built the Ghost. And the transport, one of the transport ships. So yeah, a lot.
What did you think?
In a very short time.
What did you think of the Ghost build?
It was cool. I liked it. I mean, for me, they're not my thing. So it was a little bit more of a practical and sort of looking at build techniques and stuff like that. But it was still it was a cool build. It's a bulky little thing. It's like a football.
Yeah, that's how the old Falcons were when they first came out. They weren't as refined as they were now. Yeah, Ghost is a cool ship. It's an iconic ship, but I don't know.
Yeah, so lots of ships.
Holy ship! All right.
Well, everyone is just looking down. I love this. I'm sure this is very engaging for all the viewers as that they look at the tops of everyone's heads.
Look, I'm building right now. I don't know what else to do. Usually Brian talks about whatever. So
right. Speaking of heads, I got to say, Brian, Andres has given you a run for your money in the hair department.
You want to bet?
Challenge accepted.
Andres has got it going on with the hair right now. The whole I'm digging the 70s, Sean Cassidy, flip back. It's pretty great.
Actually, because of the show I had previously, I cut my hair on my own yesterday. It was a fun event and looks terrible, but it was fun. And I also shaved myself. So now I'm this serious guy, and now it can be longer. So I don't care even more. But it was really because of this hour, I have to be professional. Joshua, you know me. I'm a professional guy out there.
Yes.
And the hair looks like it's weird, and now it looks even weirder, but it's totally fine. Because, I will go to the hairdresser in maybe 2 years or so. So I have to do
It's
something.
got a very Christy McNichol thing going on. Look it up. I'll just say that.
Flynn,
For all
you just
young
keep
kids.
naming
Look up Christy
people
McNichol.
I've never heard of.
But I have to tell you something. It's really an issue. Before pandemic, there wasn't any gray hair, and now I'm getting gray.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
And this whole, when you think you're 41, I mean, it's the perfect timing to have a midlife crisis, buy a new car, and then pandemic. I mean, this is really, really bad for me. There's no midlife crisis. There's no time for midlife crisis now. I cannot do anything like this midlife crisis stuff, like flying to Chicago and have fun with the boys, and nothing. I'm just sitting here in my office building a Lego set. This is my midlife crisis? Really? Really life?
Buy more
Yeah,
Lego as
maybe
part
you're-
of your midlife
It
crisis.
sounds like you're
Right
having one right now.
It's all good.
I mean, I love to play with Lego bricks, but it's like all this traveling thing and like being in Manhattan, sitting in a fancy restaurant, like in a space where you can buy furniture and stuff. This is the midlife crisis thing, not sitting in my office on my own.
Oh, Andreas.
Where are you buying?
Yes, Josh,
Yeah, why? What do you mean sitting in a
We went to this
restaurant?
very strange restaurant with Andreas in New York City that was like 4 or 5 stories tall. The first 4 stories were like a furniture store, like a really, really fancy furniture store. There was no one there. And you had to walk up through all the stories of this furniture to get to the restaurant on the top of this place.
We've done a live stream sitting on the couch. I was streaming for 50 minutes. There was nobody. Like, this is our new office or something. Here, and then we get upstairs and suddenly there was a restaurant. Is there a free table? Yeah, please have a seat. So we just had a seat and had a meal. It was awesome. This is like the midlife crisis thing I was doing before my midlife crisis. Now I'm ready to have my midlife crisis, but there's a pandemic. This is the weird situation I'm in right now. Flynn, you know what I'm saying?
I do.
Called out.
Andres, it sounds like you keep saying midlife Christ instead of midlife crisis.
The word is crisis.
Midlife crisis, and I.
Yeah.
Yes,
I-
not midlife Christ.
Also,
No. You mean Jesus Christ, superstar. I mean
Jesus Christ. No, I mean crisis.
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 Midlife. I'm sorry, I was talking for 2 hours now. I'm running out of words, but it's midlife crisis. I'm really sorry, and this is something I was telling John and Joshua all the time. Please correct me if I'm wrong, if I'm telling any stupid stuff.
No,
Midlife crisis. So I'm
Not
not having my
involved.
midlife crisis because
Not
of pandemic.
involved. Right.
One question to Brian. Why is everybody telling me like we have a global pandemic? I thought a pandemic is worldwide. Why is it global pandemic? You know what I mean?
man's
Look
got a
how
point.
Brian is like an expert. You're like,
So
I read some articles in a beloved language, and it was sort of, there is a global pandemic, but I thought, a pandemic is worldwide. That's why it is a pandemic. You know what I mean? Why is it a global pandemic? It's a pandemic.
by you asking me, you're basically asking me if I'm like a scientist and can provide information on the coronavirus. I'm not a scientist. I don't
it's
know
the
what
hair.
I'm talking
It's the
about.
hair that makes him want to ask.
Yeah.
So anything I say, someone could be like, well, Brian said this about the pandemic, so clear. Look at my background. You think I know what I'm talking about? Look at this.
I mean, it doesn't stop Joe Rogan.
Well, the look on your face was amazing. It was like the hamster wheel inside your brain just like stopped for a couple seconds. It got stuck on its way around and just like skipped a couple gears. It was amazing.
Oh, that reminds me. I was looking back, Brian, when you mentioned your background and the things you have in your background reminded me. One of our tour videos, I think it was, or no, not a tour video. It was our GBC video from Brickworld Chicago 2019. One of the modules, somebody built a Pokemon build. It was like a water one. It had like water coming out of its mouth, like blue. I don't know what it's called. And so anyway, like the GBC balls like went through this Pokemon as part of the GBC and then onto the next module. And both Tom Atkinson and myself were just like, get to it, and neither of us have any clue what we're looking at. And then like there's tons of comments on that video trying to tell us what the name of the Pokemon is since we're so clueless. And I wish you had been there for us.
This is the benefit of having so many different types of people a part of the sphere, right? I'm there for, the video games and some of the pop culture or whatnot. Kirk is there for all the old stuff, and you're there for, military and professionalism. You carry the bulk of it, of course, but
Brian, please go on. We have more people here, like April. April is there for what, Brian? For what?
I don't deserve a place on the quarantine cast. And
You are
that's
welcome,
really not on
April.
the
You are
ground.
very welcome here. I'm just listening right now. And Brian, stop right there. Joshua is a great guy, but we have more people here. What is about Jeff? Please give us the answers right now, Brian. You're welcome.
all right, we're going to celebrate the 50th episode of the Quarantine Cast by me talking about Lapras was a GBC module.
Yep, that was it. Thank you to Turbo.
Let's okay. Now that you say that, Andres, let's everybody go around and let's talk about how we feel about each other. I look past Kirk because I already acknowledged Kirk and his incredible building abilities. I look to Jeff, and I look to Jeff as somebody who unfortunately keeps my ego in check, and someone who can bring many laughs and different perspectives on situations, whether I want them or not. His opinion has always been incredibly valuable to me, and I think to the show as well. And it's been a pleasure having him on here in what capacities he has been.
I love Jeff's questions whenever he pulls out the piece of paper that he's hastily sharpied on. That's my favorite Jeff move.
Yes,
It's a good move.
Real quickly, Skittles in the chat says, is this really a celebration? The reason this podcast was made was because of a global pandemic. We can celebrate over 50 weeks of coming together on a show in spite of everything going on in the world. Obviously, there's still things that are not totally normal in the world, but people have been watching this show to see, new things in the Lego realm, the banter, the overall sense of coming together.
This is a celebration of humanity coming together. I mean, we've got so many different cultures represented here. I mean, Dan, he's from New Zealand. Do they even speak English in New Zealand?
I don't think
Look at
so.
how we bring people together on this stream from so many different backgrounds.
You know what John does every week is he actually reorientates his image because he's flipped upside down because he's on the other side of the world. So there's so many, Dan's on the other side of the planet because, as we
That's
know,
right.
it's just a flat plane of existence. So he's on the other side. So we have to flip his image around to make it.
Brian's about to start another scandal.
No, well, actually, I've been sitting here thinking about why it's been called a global pandemic. And the reason why it's been called a global pandemic is because it's just all of the people around the globe that want to believe that there's a pandemic happening. For those that live on the spatial plane of flat earth existence, they don't believe in the globe. So for them, the pandemic doesn't matter. They don't believe in the pandemic either.
I want everyone to go back 15 seconds and see Joshua's face when Dan started talking about if you believe there's a pandemic. He goes from to real quick.
Yeah, my facial expressions betray me a lot on this show.
They do.
Oh man.
And now we move on to Nicholas. Nicholas, Brick and Nick, over on twitch.tv/Brick and Nick. Been killing the game since, I don't know how old he is. I know he's older than me, so he's old as dirt. But he's been killing the game always, providing high quality entertainment over on twitch.tv/Brick and Nick in a very wholesome and welcoming environment over these past many years, and always working to adapt his creative skills to new platforms and new situations. And I've been doing this a long time myself. I deal with a lot of nonsense and a lot of whatever, but Nick knows how to take that nonsense and convert it all into positivity every single live stream. And I commend him to the high heavens for being able to do that for many years in the Lego community. So thank you, Nick, for being around in the community and being one of the first people on Twitch as a part of the Lego realm to set a precedent.
I'll just add to what Brian said there. I've been so impressed with the level of quality with Nick. I mean, so John and I have been doing this. This is our 10th anniversary coming up this year. We've been doing it full time 4 years, and Nick has been doing. He just started full time like 2 weeks ago. I mean, he everything looks so good. Look at the multiple camera angles just within his window there. Perfectly formatted.
I need this
to the-
right now because I thought when we're on
yes.
the single cams, you can see me and the building. It works out.
That's such a high level of quality there. I mean, you've got to admire that. So, I mean, Nick has been grinding away at this for so many years. Back when like Lego and Twitch was like nothing, he was there doing stuff for so long. It's just always great to see him doing more content. I love that you've been able to go full time with it. So we'll continue to do our best to support you, Nick, in that endeavor.
Well, and I need to add to that how impressed I am with all of your charity work. It's just, it's amazing to see. Oh, well, he's gone. But okay.
I was going to come back to that's incredibly kind of you to say. I think that's been one of the things I'm proudest of is just our community. Like, and I know so many Lego builders have adopted this as well. I think it's something we all love to see. Just people coming together to support awesome causes. And that's definitely something I've been proudest of over the years. So thank you for recognizing that in particular, Flynn. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Sniffle Blocks has a great question. Josh removed his build cam. Does he even build anymore?
Oh, I do. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, by the way, this is such a better experience already than the previous Taj Mahal. I will say these pieces here, I have to do the same thing over and over again around here, but it's not nearly as bad so far as the previous Taj. But we'll see once I get to the main section of the building how I feel. But it's not bad so far.
And now we move on to Flynn of Tricky Bricks in the circle,
Yes.
in the panel of saying positive things about people to celebrate 50 episodes of this show. Flynn, in spite of every technical adversity that you've had over the past couple of weeks, you've always constantly worked to develop your show with your husband to make it a very welcoming and positive environment, unlike anything else I've seen across YouTube and Twitch. The variety of people in your community that come together and make a difference and raise awareness for great causes and just be a positive force overall, stimulating creativity with the build challenges every week, every other week, especially during the pandemic and coming off of Lego Masters Season 1. You guys have done an incredible job over there. I said it before, but I'll say it again here. Your efforts never go unnoticed, and they are always appreciated. So big props
Flynn,
to you.
despite your constant references to things that were old before I was even born, I am still a big fan of what you do. And I'll never forget the first Bricks by the Bay when we saw your well, now I'm forgetting the name of the build.
Now he forgot. He said,
Snake Queen.
Yes, the Snake Queen build. Thank you. And how incredible that was. And as you were, took us through that whole build, and it blew my mind with everything you were able to include in that. So great work there, and I can't wait to see what you do in the future.
Oh, thanks, guys. I appreciate that. Oh, how nice.
Of course. Where would we be without this incredible panel? And of course, the panel doesn't stop with Andres. We keep going. There he is. So little do some people know, Andres was there for episode 1 of the show. Do you remember that, Joshua?
I do remember that. Yes, Andreas is an OG here.
He has been there right from the beginning, and I have never met someone so excited to be alive in my life. Andres gives me life, gives me energy, and brings a level of eccentricness that no one on this panel can have, because no one thinks on the same level as Andres. I think his perspective being just his energy level is so incredibly infectious, and what we need more of in this live stream, in this community. And he's always been very welcome in my heart, wholeheartedly, every single time. Thank you, Andres.
That's why I love you, Brian.
"Oh,
You are my hero. That's why I love you, Brian. I can't wait to see you again. Oh, how I miss you, and I can't wait to see you again. Maybe in 2 or 3 or 5 or 6 years. It's so good to see you, Brian. I met you. I know you. You're a lovely guy.
I heard some tone just like play, and I was like, "Wait, whose like phone is on or something?" And then the screen goes big, and I just see Andreas playing. I'm like, "Oh,
Oh man,
That was beautiful. Thank you.
oh man."
Thank you for your kind
Andreas,
words.
you know how much we appreciate you. I don't have anything else to add to what Brian said there.
I hope to see you again soon. That's all I would like to add, because I love you and it's so good to see you this way. But it's really, we have to meet again. We have to share some energy in a lovely town and have some fun, have some pizza and have some fun. We will do so.
Absolutely. We will. And now we have the Queen Bee herself, April B, the Queen of Twitch. No one can tell me otherwise. Building anything and everything over on her channel, and more importantly, bringing the spicy energy when you least expect it but most want it. It's I don't want to say that the late night stream. I know it's very late for you. You know, you got kids to take care of, but like the late night spice is what I think I live for. And being in your chat, the way that you have like the channel reward points to make the stream just that next level more engaging and more fun is something I aim for with my little rewards, but doesn't compare to the amount of work that you put into it. And also in spite of your technical adversities as well, you do everything you can to make it a very welcoming environment, and have been a very big advocate for the brick building community on Twitch. So excellent job staying on course and continuing to deliver awesome content in spite of everything else you have going on.
I appreciate your knowledge of things that I should know, like embargoes and like what's happening with new sets, and like we'll be talking about video or something, or like things that I think I'm supposed to keep track of, but I don't. And then you're just here with it whenever we have a question. So that's been very helpful.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
You and me both, Joshua. You and me both.
Yeah.
When was that one has to come out again? When does that one? When is that one? Oh, cool. Thanks.
Where would we be without the man keeping us within reason on the underside of the globe? Is Dan between the bricks, not to be confused with Beyond the Brick, even though they're both beat.
Yes, even though it's the same acronym, and there's some legal hot water there. We're still working behind the scenes to get some of that figured out.
Right.
But besides that,
it's a whole big thing.
One day we'll figure it out.
Dan, now, Dan, you got to roll with me on this. All right, don't get mad. Dan is if the Lego community is like, the Jedi and like the whatever, Dan is on the Jedi Council of Elders, right? He's almost a Force ghost. He's not quite there yet, but he's on the Jedi Council of the Lego realm. And when something's going on, when something's wrong, when I have a question about something, I look for his guidance specifically, because he doesn't mess around. He won't lead you astray. He won't give you any nonsense. He's going to say, like, this is how it is. This is how it's going to be, because he's been there, done that, being a massive advocate as well for the brick building community on Twitch, and mental health awareness as well through that community, making it a very welcoming place for anybody, whether you're in a great mood or a bad mood. You want to talk about something, Dan is great at welcoming people in and making it just like a good space for that. And I won't go, obviously Dan has his story to tell, but he's been through enough that he can be there for people from different situations and backgrounds, which makes him very qualified to do what he does. So,
thanks, man.
So many people.
Joseph, I feel bad. What did I roast you on? I don't remember.
Here's Joseph Sawant with a wonderful memory of Dan roasting him so badly that he thought he'd get canceled.
Oh, I remember it. What did
I?
We won't be talking about that today.
Send me a private message. I need to remember what that was. I live in the moment. I roast people in the moment, but I don't really hold grudges. Unless you want to hold a grudge, and then I'll hold a grudge too.
Dan has so many great hot takes, especially on Mario. That's what I've really appreciated about him since he joined. He keeps Brian in line, keeps him grounded. That and the fact that he knows the exact location of every Denny's in the entire country of New Zealand. I mean, what's not to love?
Possibly 3 if there was one still in Christchurch. I'm undecided as to whether that one still exists or not. Look, it's been a pleasure being on this show. It really has. There's so many wonderful people just in the Lego community in general, between Twitch and YouTube, and you know, communities are like families. You know, you always have your crazy uncle, you know, and you always have your big sister and your little brothers, you know, and then all the other people that you really just don't want to talk to. Thankfully, none of them are here today, so that's all good.
Oh, wow.
Nah, it's awesome. I love this. This is great. Thanks, guys, for having us
Well,
along.
no, Dan, if you want to talk to someone that you don't want to talk to, we can bring Jang Bricks on. I can shoot him an email. I can shoot or Discord or, you know.
Oh, I don't mind talking to Jang. You know,
You're supposed to bounce off of it with a joke because I know you moderate for Jang, and I know that you two are good. It's like it's called funny.
I tried, but
It's still like 6 a.m. there, Brian. Give him a break.
Yeah,
You haven't even had any coffee.
oh no, I was just about to excuse myself to go and make coffee. Actually, but anyway,
Now that we
you're
gassed you
saying
up, you
such
can go
nice
make coffee.
things. I want to hear what you say about everyone else.
We need to appreciate. I like when we appreciate people here on the show. We should do this more often.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
But not too
Right.
much that we gas them up and make them feel too comfortable. You know, you got to keep people on their toes.
Well, and thank you guys for doing this and having us all on. I mean, you know, it was for me. I was so wrapped up in our whole, you know, like making our show happen on YouTube and all that stuff, and the pandemic and all. And then when, you know, Brian, when you guys invited me on, it really just, it kind of like opened me up. It introduced me to April and Dan, who like I now get to hang out with on Tuesdays, which is awesome. And with all of you, and I don't know, it just really, and all the people I got to meet. And I love, Kirk is always somebody I know I can talk Marvel with. So that's always great. Not something that we talk about a lot on our show. And, you know, and Andres is bringing the hair. I just can't get over the hair. Andres, I love it. Seriously. I'm so down with this like 70s look. It suits you. It suits you.
It does.
Thank you so much, Flynn. I mean, this has been a long ride, but now I'm here and it won't go away. So thank you so much. That's actually, I mean, I'm allowed to share one story, right? I was doing a training at the bank back in the days. I was 19 or something. And this has been the point where my hair starts to grow. I thought, hey, this looks might better than like short hair. And then there was this lady who was responsible for all the guys doing the training, you know? I don't know the word right now, but like 20 people are doing this training, like all young guys. And she called me, hey, could you might come over and I would like to talk to you. Yes, sure. So I've been there and yeah, it's good to see you, Andres. How do you feel about your training? Are you good? Yeah, I'm fine. Okay, there's one tiny little issue. Have you ever thought of cutting your hair again? And I looked at her and told her no. So I think this is the reason why I left the bank after 2.5 years. But now I'm here playing with Lego and I'm good.
And that, kids, is why I'm a Lego YouTuber and not a bank attendant. Oh, such a power move. Just straight up no. Never.
That's the answer, you know, just tell it. And the first week I've done my training, I met the guy in the elevator who is the head of the bank. You know, good to see you. What's your name? Okay, good to see you. May I ask you something, Mr. Lehman? How tall are you? Okay, now, oh my goodness, it's no joke because I don't know your thing with. So I gave him the wrong answer, like I was this tall, you know, and looked at me, said nothing, and left elevator. So this is not going. I mean, I'm nearly 2 meters, and I told him like I'm 1.50 meters. You know, this was kind of. I thought it's funny, but it wasn't. I think the right moment to give such an answer when you're new in town. But now
you gotta know your audience with comedy.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So
is that like a small talk point? Like, how tall are you? I'm gonna have to put that in
Germany, they get really desperate when they're in the elevator.
Hang out in the elevator. Hey, how tall are you?
What a question, right? I mean, this is. What is your Twitch account? This would have been the right question, but not
exactly. Come on, I haven't seen you on Twitch. You gotta get
I'm
on.
sorry, but yesterday I heard that America Online is sold, and with America Online, I was you
No Americans are allowed online anymore.
no, Joshua. Do you know America Online? Like AOL? This was do you know what's America Online?
I've heard of it. Yes.
Yeah, this is really a big deal. When I was like 17, you had like this disc where you have 50 hours for free. And you have to sign somebody. So my grandparents were online, my father, my sister, because I have to use more 50 hours for free. And you have to pay. After this, you have to pay for 1 hour. And it was cheaper after 9 p.m. So in 1 month, I was out of 3 hours and was playing a Star Trek role-playing game with guys from all over the world. And I knew it is expensive because I'm running out of 3 hours. And it's even more expensive before 9 p.m. So I still remember the day my father called me, come on, put your mic, come over. And I sat down, okay, here's the bill. And I will give you the bill. And you pay one half and I the other, and I won't tell mom. So it was a lot of money. It was really expensive. It was like a lot of it was expensive. So again, now you can just surf. You see guys from New Zealand and stuff. Back in the days, like 25 years ago, it was really expensive to go online without 3 hours. So good old days.
Those are your glory days, Andres, before the midlife crisis.
It's not here. I'm sorry. I don't have a midlife crisis, but I'm not in the mood for a midlife crisis.
Why don't you wait until after the pandemic and then have your midlife crisis? You can buy a fancy
That's too
sports car.
late. April, that it's too late. You cannot have a midlife crisis with 45. This is too late for
Why
midlife
not?
crisis.
How long is midlife?
Well,
Are
that's
you
all
in
about
late life
perspective.
when you hit 45? If so, oh my gosh.
I didn't have mine until like yesterday, so it's all
Okay,
good.
so it's never too late, Flynn. Am I right?
It's true. Never too late.
I'll just wait for it. Maybe then I'm having my midlife crisis later on.
There you go.
You know what's also happening right now is a $20 super chat from Chuck Schwa. Thanks everyone for the laughs, the jokes, and the Galador play well. We might have to partially refund you for the Galador comment.
Yes, we apologize for that.
The Galador is still sitting in a bin, actually, over there.
I'm saving it for a special occasion when I can send it to someone I really love.
Well, Kirk, you know what's inbound soon enough.
Yes, that's right.
Funny
Kirk
enough,
is who I had in mind.
Here's the thing. Funny enough, I actually would not mind having Galador.
Wow.
And the reason for that is because I got to use it at which convention was this? I believe this was Brick Fair, Virginia, or it may have been Philly Brick Fest. One of the two with Kevin. He had Galador there with him, and we were doing what he calls clinching, where you just mix the parts. That was a lot of fun, and I got enjoyment out of that for some reason. So, yeah.
Well, you know what? I've got to send a package of some stuff to you soon, so there might be a little bonus in there.
All right. That'll definitely work.
Speaking of conventions, some shows are happening, right, Joshua?
Yep.
That's right. Brick Rodeo in Texas looks like it'll be the first big convention for this year, so that's the end of July. And then that's got public time, the whole thing. They seem to be going full on with that show at this point. Then Brick Fair Virginia just announced that they are going to do a private show only. They might try to do public, but at this point, it's only private. So if you register as a private attendee, then you can go to Brick Fair Virginia, which is the first weekend in August this year as well. So I think some things are starting to happen. It's exciting.
Do you all have your vaccine already, Josh?
I do not. I haven't gotten it yet, but
Okay.
at some point.
Okay, great.
I know that I'm going to Texas. I don't know if April will probably be there because
I'll be there.
yeah. So yeah, I'll have a table. I'll be displaying some mocks and stuff. So if you're in the Texas area and you would like to say hello to Jeff, please come say hello to Jeff. And April. Mostly April though. Nobody wants to talk to a fat guy.
That's not true. Go say hi to Jeff.
Yeah.
Just say hi to everyone in general, because Lego people are pretty nice as a whole. So just meet new people. That's the great thing about going to shows.
I'm waiting for the Bionicle gang to be like, okay, everybody, he's gonna be here. And then like an Ocean's 11 style like planning session, and then like, you know, if we attack at this time when he's in the lunch line, you won't see it coming. Because you know how fat guys are, they just want food. So, you know, it'll be fine.
I don't know if enough Bionicle people watch the show enough to like register.
Well, that would mean they would have to come out of their isolation prep place in the, you know, forest where they're getting ready for Doomsday, and, you know, come out and look underneath the rocks. But yeah, you never know.
I will say that the Bionicle episode was very polarizing. That was some of the most interactions I got on Twitter after that one. That was a good one.
Those people were livid. Absolutely livid.
Some of them, what the beauty of it was also that like me and LJ talked about it beforehand, how it's all a joke and like we're friends and it's cool, but everyone else was way more mad.
Oh yeah. Well, I didn't really help quiet those fires, so no.
Was I supposed to be friends with LJ before he came on?
No, but I mean, I was. So there was some mediation, you know? I don't know.
No. LJ's
Joseph,
great.
I'm sorry, Joseph, I have a question. I have a question for the panel.
Uh-oh.
Okay, everybody ready? Is it GIF or GIF?
GIF.
Joshua,
GIF is a peanut butter.
Joshua, did you hear that?
I did, and it makes no difference to me.
But you
Wait,
said,
what does Joshua call it?
Josh, what is a GIF?
What?
No, go ahead. Can you say that? Can you just say what those little animations are, like real quickly?
GIF. GIF just sounds. It rolls off the tongue easier for me.
GIF
I don't like
peanut butter.
I don't like the hard G sound. I don't know. It just doesn't. It sounds bad.
Uh-oh. Kirk's going to get his peanut butter.
Jif is a cream cleanser over here. It's a cleaner. It's like a semi-abrasive cleaner.
So, Joshua, would you say Guardians of the Galaxy?
Thank you.
I've heard all this before. You know, I realize I'm probably doing it wrong, but
Oh man, Joshua, I was so hoping you were going to say what's Guardians of the Galaxy.
Joshua, talking of Guardians of the Galaxy, everybody told me the first movie is awesome, it's incredible, and I've seen the second one, and I was laughing so hard on the plane to New York City like 2 years ago. Now I was really hyped to see the first one on Disney Plus. It is a really good movie, but it's not better than the second one, in my opinion. Am I wrong here?
You've brought this up before, and I am in full agreement that the second one is better.
Okay, Brian. Okay, done. Okay, we're good here. Okay,
yeah,
it's really good, but the second one is boom. It's like laughing so hard, like the opening scene. I think maybe it's because of the first 15 minutes. You know, it's more depressed, but then it's really like kick off the start and you go for it. Okay, again,
the mental picture of you just laughing your head off on a plane is so good to me. It just brings me so much joy to imagine that.
Right next to me.
Right on an international flight.
Yes. And right next to me were sitting people from India or something. It was really middle of the night. And I really tried not to laugh, but it was like it was really, really a mess. I would love to laugh like really loud, but I tried to stop myself. But the second movie is so awesome, I have to say.
Andres, if I didn't know you and I were on that flight, my worst nightmare would be a 7-foot-tall German man laughing hysterically as I try to sleep on the plane. Literally my worst nightmare.
All I can imagine is like people on the plane just like doing this number, like looking back and like, what the heck is going on back there?
But
why is that? You know.
But Jeff, now we're sitting here, such a relaxed atmosphere. I can give you my story from a last flight till now.
Wait, but you already had a story.
Yeah, but one more, please, because it's so funny. It's
Okay, one more.
It's not the last one. Okay, April, because it's not. I was sitting in the row, and right in front of me was sitting a guy who tried to sit this way, And I said, "Oh my, sorry, I'm tall. I'm sorry, it's not going this way." He looked at me. Why not? Because I'm tall. I cannot sit here while you're doing this with your seat. It's impossible. So the stewardess who come to us. Okay, what is the problem here? I would love to sleep and put my seat in this position. And I told him it's not possible because I'm tall. So what he's done, there was one seat empty, but there was his wife, one seat free, and the man. And she told him, you might sit next to your wife. And his answer, no. I was laughing for 10 minutes. It was awesome. It was free. No. So,
well, I mean, if his wife was anything like my ex-wife, I don't blame him.
Oh my goodness. So he was sitting the whole flight. It's totally fine.
What a toddler.
Isn't flying fun?
It's always fun. Okay.
Cool story, bro.
Speaking of flying, I guess. Do we want to talk about Lego again?
Yes. Sure.
Hey, how about this bird of paradise, John? Want to pull up my screen? Hey, look at this.
The plants don't fly, Brian.
Bird, get it?
Oh no, I get it.
That's a beautiful flower, though. Wow.
How do we feel about this?
It looks great. I would display that.
Has anybody here built
Nick's not a fan. Nick, do you just hate nature?
No, just me. Oh,
I mean, Chris, the design of the pot. It looks nice.
I also received this one, Dan. I'm dreading it, to be honest.
Oh.
It's not that it's not pretty. It's not that it's not well built. Mm-hmm. I'm just do I really want a thing with 7 of the exact same leaves, 3 of the exact same flowers, and I'm sure the pot is a cool build, but I don't know. Just something about the plant didn't make sense to me to be the sole focus of the whole set.
Did you feel sucked in when you got the offer and it was creator expert and you're like, yes?
Oh,
and then this turned up?
There was 1,000% major disappointment when I opened the box and I'm like, this
especially when you know all of the creator expert rumors that you've heard and you're like, oh yeah, it could be that. Oh yeah, it could be that. Somebody mentioned to me that it might be a train.
Okay, hold on. So I was browsing
and I got excited.
I was browsing the internet after the Friday show on Between the Bricks YouTube channel, okay? And so one of the kids shared a Lego train steamliner for $100, and I'm like, that might be a thing. And then I saw Dan be the happiest he had been, I think, his entire life. And then it magically got crushed when this thing showed up at his doorstep.
That's why you don't trust the kids. Come on, Brian.
Crushed is an understatement.
I don't know. I really like it. I think it's cute, but I keep a lot of leafy plants in my house, so I don't know.
Flynn, I think you like this, don't you?
Yeah, but cannabis is different, April.
Oh my God, Dan.
I mean, Kirk just said he loves the pot, so whatever.
I mean, Chris McFay is such a great guy. He's such a great designer, and he's done so many lovely sets like the police station there. Everything is awesome. But do we need really Lego flowers? In my opinion, I don't need it. It looks good, but I wouldn't buy it. I'm honest here. So it looks really good. You can see what is possible with Lego bricks, but it's more like a mark you've seen on a convention, So I mean,
wow. I think that's. I think. I mean, I've actually heard other people with that similar opinion, and I'm. And not every Lego set is going to be for everyone. I have my issues with it. I think the leaves look too because they're Technic pieces. They look like Technic pieces to me, and they kind of take me out of the reality of I felt like the previous bouquet was a little, I don't know, a little more organic seeming. Anyway, but the point being, I think that they sometimes try to focus on things that will bring people who are not necessarily into Lego into Lego. And this is one of those things. Like I've talked to several people, like a friend of mine was like, his wife wouldn't let him, like, you know, he could have Lego in his Lego room, but she didn't want any Lego in the house. And when they started making the Lego flowers, she was like, oh, actually, you really like this. Let's put this out. So there's definitely, you know, it has some crossover appeal to people who aren't necessarily into Lego as a, like, you know, buildings or whatever.
Yeah.
That's $100 US, by the way, just so everyone knows.
Oh, that's $100.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't like self-promotion or anything, but I did put a review up on my channel about this. But the reason why I want to say it is because it's the shortest review video I've ever done. It is literally like 3 minutes. Oh, what can you say about this? It's a plant. It speaks for itself. Everything you see in it is what you see. There's no surprises. There's no amazing anythings. It is what it is. And over here, this is going to cost somewhere between 179 and 199 New Zealand dollars, I think, because it's 169 Australian.
Wow.
And that's a lot of money for a plant. And we've had a few discussions around, you know, whether people, when it comes to reality type things, they're willing to sort of pay a reality type price. And you're going to compare this $200 plant with something you could probably get for $25 from a you know, an actual plant shop.
Yeah.
Is it going to be a hard sell?
The price point is really difficult for me, I think, because it seems like most of that is in the pot. You know, if you consider, you know, you compare it to the bonsai or the bouquet, like looking at just the floral part of it, I would pay $50 for that. I wouldn't pay $50 for the vase or whatever. Like that just doesn't seem worth it at all to me.
Yeah, the vast majority of it is definitely in the pot. There's no doubts about that.
Yeah.
Speaking as a strictly house husband, I would not want this thing in my home because it would be another thing to dust.
At least to be honest, at least the broad leaves on it are a lot easier to dust than some of the finicky flowers in the bouquet.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
The benefit. Sorry, go ahead, Jeff.
Then you'd have to get out the other brush that you use for dusting, and you can never find it, and it's smaller for the intricate things because you have the glass case that has like your, I don't know, like somebody's ashes in it. You gotta be careful with this or it'll break. But you can never find that duster piece, so it's pass.
I don't know. I think it looks good and it looks like it's supposed to. But it's a big ask to spend somewhere in the vicinity of $200 on it.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you.
I'll be interested to see how much those parts are just to buy separately without doing the pot build, and then you can just put it in whatever.
Yeah, that'll be interesting for sure. And you know, the plant thing is cool. It's getting, you know, more folks into Lego and stuff like that, but it's just not. It's like somebody said this once. They can't all be winners, folks, and I don't think this is a winner.
However, some nice new recolored parts in there. Obviously, those Technic panels in dark green, the sabers in dark purple, a bunch of sand green bits and pieces.
You know, are those stems like hinged?
Yes, at the top they are. Yes, they're on finger hinges.
Got it.
I mean, not for nothing, you could go on bricks and pieces.
Or ratchet hinges, I should say.
Yeah. You can go on
so
bricks
those
and
stems
pieces and
are
get 'em.
Those stems are made from Technic connectors. The light, the sand green stems.
Correct. Yeah.
Oh, got it. All right.
So there's appeal here, but the bonsai tree, I feel like caught wildfire just because of the form factor and how intricate it is and the part usage. But this doesn't have the same catch.
No,
right?
Because the bonsai tree is an art project too. Like even a real life one is, you know, that's used for inner calm and meditation and all that fun stuff. And like, you know, it's something to, you know, that you modify, that you have to work with. Even with the Lego one, you can arrange it differently. With this, it's here's a plant.
Yeah.
Well, I do appreciate that there's enough holes there that you could arrange it like in your own way.
Yeah.
I like the sword. being
Yeah, I do like the design
yeah.
of the flower itself is really nice.
And I mean,
Yeah.
not everything in this range has to be for everybody. I don't know. I'm just glad that they were doing more than the bonsai and the bouquet. I'm not the
No, I
biggest fan
agree
of the
with-
bouquet.
I agree with you 100% on that. Like that's no doubt. I can appreciate it what it is. It's just not for me. How's that?
Although it does ask the question, like obviously plants, there's thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, whatever. Where, you know, how far will this range go? It's almost limitless, a little bit like, you know, art.
Yeah.
You could
Right.
do anything. But how many different pots can they make? That's the thing that I've got. How many different pots?
What were you saying, Nick?
Cactus, like cacti. I think
Yes.
a little arrangement, variety of cacti would have been like a much more exciting set. I think it's
Yeah.
what a lot of people are having right now, like small
Yes.
beans.
Well, isn't there a succulents like set up on ideas?
Ideas, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there you go. See,
Yeah.
like, and that kind
Yeah.
of made it a little more sense to me because I think it has a little broader appeal.
Yeah, and there's something that I think people have made mention on our streams, April, is the succulents. People would like to see some succulents.
Mm-hmm.
Are people really that like enthusiastic about cacti? Like, I'm not. I just lived in Arizona for years, and it's like, oh look, cactus. Oh boy, now my leg hurts. Dang it.
I think some
So-
people are as enthusiastic about cacti and succulents as they are about bonsai trees.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
that's fair. Yeah,
they're much easier to take care of. That's for sure.
that
I
is for
reckon
sure.
just water them once every 3 months.
Yeah. That's a valid point. I didn't think about that, Dan.
And the sand green color is perfect for it too.
Mm-hmm.
You can do a bunch of different greens too. I feel like it'd be an awesome opportunity for more the bright green parts.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see a lot of those. That could be a great place to work some of those in.
A dog! Look at this, a dog! Dan!
Andre's favorite.
How cute he is! Josh, could you send this second to Jambrix maybe? Oh, such a lovely dog! Look at... Is this a she?
Yeah, so she.
Oh, she looks great. I love dogs.
I wouldn't have guessed.
Could you send this to Jambrix maybe, Joshua, later on? Because...
So he can get his dog on as well?
No, just the second that I love dogs, and maybe it's just a personal thing.
He won't bring Bimo onto stream because he doesn't want fur in his Lego studio.
That's fair.
Andreas,
Two
look.
dogs.
Andreas.
Yeah. Another dog!
No, she just changed clothes.
How many dogs do you have?
5.
5 dogs!
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
3 too many. Hey.
Well, speaking of
Spaniels all the way.
animals here, I think something. Oh, man, I'm good at these. Something substantially. Oh, there's Logan. Look at a Logan cookie time too. Aw, so cute.
Look, Vicky, it's Logan. Hey, you gonna meet Logan? Say hi to Logan. Look at Logan. He's a cutie.
You can see all these dogs and more on the raid train on Twitch later today, ladies and gentlemen. All the dogs of Twitch. And now Jeff's going to go grab Dobby. Hopefully.
And April's got a gusser.
There we go.
Oh, more dogs! It's such a lovely stream to see all those dogs.
All right, so I'm going to start an Instagram account that's the Lego Twitch streamer dog.
Passive Lego streamers.
Yes.
Okay, I can give you a tiny secret. We have, of course, kind of a chat with all the people writing stuff for Zusammengebaut, and we are all cat lovers, so they are posting like cat images all the time. Again, this is the main issue why I told you I'm not the biggest dog fan, because I really love cats. I think this, but you can have both, actually. It's totally fine. But I grew up with cats, and it's something I really miss. So I would love to have a cat. I would love to have a cat just around and in my house, something. But I don't think that I'm this guy who can have a dog, really care of, because a cat is doing her stuff, just running around.
Jeff has 2 puppies. Oh,
Oh my
Nick,
gosh.
Nick, come on. You need to go and get Rocket.
I got to do. Should I go do the channel point redemption? There we go.
Josh, do you have a cat or dog at your house?
I don't know.
You
No pets
know
here.
if it's a dog?
What's that?
You told me just I don't know. So you don't know if you have a dog around? It's like this size, 4 legs.
That's right. I'm still trying to figure it out.
Okay.
This is Henry and Dobby.
Aw.
Oh my goodness, more dogs. So many.
Is this
Your
the
dad
make
sounds-
Andreas uncomfortable with dogs stream now?
No. It's like they're far away, you know. So it's not a big issue for me right now.
There you go.
And yeah,
It's
if it makes you feel any better, Andreas, we have 3 cats as well.
it's a good. I never have been in a room alone with a dog my whole life.
What?
Never. There was
Really?
never. I remember once while I was starting the. Oh my goodness! Look at this. This is a dog. Yeah, okay.
Rocket wins my vote.
Viewership is shooting through the roof right now.
It is.
This is hot content. I mean, dog content is it's a good thing.
Like Nick's dog just looks so like cuddly, like a pillow.
Oh, yeah.
Just
Yes.
all right up.
Don't drink
Adorable.
My coffee. Stop drinking my coffee.
No, dogs don't drink coffee.
Hey.
Now, as the segue guy that I am, it's fitting that we're talking about various pets because we have some reveals for animals in the Lego City line.
Perfect segue,
Right,
Ryan.
perfect segue.
Oh, Brian! Awesome.
Well, I know that I'm from Oklahoma, so when I think pets, I obviously think tiger. So,
Right.
you know, yeah.
So Lego City has at least 3 city wildlife sets coming up this summer. I believe for June 1st, we shall see. Things of note in here. Obviously, the sets are, in boxes with minifigures and whatnot, but we care about the animals around here. In this set, you get 2 of the new monkeys, which kind of 50-50 on from what I hear because of the lack of mobility compared to the old monkeys, although they're nice and updated design-wise. So 2 in here.
No, they don't look bad. They're pretty nice.
Yeah.
They are pretty nice monkeys.
You get a turning action for the ATV, which I think is a different mechanism. Do we know that for sure? Okay.
I don't.
No, we don't. We
Yeah,
don't know.
it's the same as that little the little maroon buggy that came out.
Okay, cool. We have a little
maroon buggy.
Mm-hmm.
we have a little poo-poo over here. Very nice.
How do you know it's a poo-poo? How do you know it's not a cupcake?
Well,
Could be either.
Because that's the different mold.
It's like
It's open for interpretation.
it's like a trash cupcake over here.
No, the,
Sort of thing.
the other one is a cupcake top. That's definitely a poo.
Right. And we have a drone, so that's cool.
I've always liked the Lego Scorpion mold. I've always just thought that's a cool piece.
Yeah.
I don't know, Scorpions just look cool as well, so I like that.
Yeah, so we have 2 monkeys in here in the Scorpion for animals that are of note. And then the next one is a 4+ set that has a new lion cub, and snake in here.
Oh, killing it. What is it about the 4+ sets at the moment? You're going to have more AFOLs buying these 4+ sets than ever before. The Disney ones are going to get snapped up. People are going to want those Mickeys and Minnies. And this one here with this lion, yes, please.
Well, and the realistic print on the snake.
Yeah,
Right?
the snake and the
And
baby
the cub.
lion.
Look at the cub. Oh, it's so cute.
You know what it is they did the 4+ minion sets, and that raised the bar for quality, and it's ever since then they've just done so much better.
Did you just use minions and quality in the same sentence?
he sure did. But then again, though, it's GIF to him and not GIF, so there you go.
But it's making those animals so much more accessible. It was, for a long time there in the last Jungle series, all of the cool animals, so to speak, were all in the really expensive sets.
Yeah.
So to get some of these really nice animals down in a relatively inexpensive 4+ set, yes, please. Thank you very much. Well done, Lego. Good job.
Do you know how much this costs?
Oh, it's a 4+ set. It's gonna be what, $30-$40?
No, it's like 50.
Okay,
What?
$50. It's still better than
I think
200.
less?
Wait,
Let me-
how much is it?
I think 50 or something like that. Let me double check
I
over
could see
here.
this being a $40 price
Yeah,
point, I
50
think.
seems.
Ugh,
Well, the animals are always very expensive.
It's true.
true.
Why?
We don't have a definitive price yet, but
Mhm.
Molds.
the 4+ sets, because of the molds and the animals, yeah, they always are in a higher price point set. So
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. And these are like in the same vein as the road plates down here. You get them in blue and green.
So annoying.
Yeah.
So if you kind of factor that into, we'll see. We'll see when we get official details on everything. And there could be more sets in this line too that we don't know of right now, but there's at least 3. And the main one is the animal rescue operation. Now this is
that elephant.
a great one.
Yeah.
The big lion, big elephant, baby elephant, crocodile, egg, little
With
egg
a
over here
crocodile
with some
print.
printing.
Yeah, it looks like a print of
2 monkeys and
There's a little cast on the monkey's hand.
yeah.
Oh,
Well, the
wow.
egg with the eye, the egg with the eyeball is really cool.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah, that'd be great. For like if it was a Jurassic Park build or something like that.
Yeah.
The eye poking out of the egg. Yeah.
And we get this cockpit for the helicopter, which I was watching Jang do his video about it. And this is an interesting color because couldn't you use that for like military vehicles because of that color? Mm.
Don't start it on that.
I'm just saying,
Is it dark tan or regular tan?
That's
It seems to be
Tan.
regular tan.
that's
like dark
clearly
tan.
a Soviet era Russian attack helicopter. I mean, that set might as well be Afghanistan in the 80s.
Right.
God.
Yeah.
wow.
May I add some information here because John, you can check out Zamgebaut. There is a 4th set already, and we have one official image online on the city article like a few days ago. So there's
right.
one more set already.
Take me off the screen here. I'll look it up real quick. Let me figure out how to spell Zuzamgaba. Zoo.
While you're doing that, I love the new elephant is so great, and I also love on that brick set
I
article.
can
There's
share the link. Okay.
There's
When was the last time they did an elephant?
was
Orient
it back
Expedition.
in the Orient Expedition? Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Oh,
love
wow.
those sets. But
Yeah,
I loved
those
it
are
like
great.
3 comments down on that brick set article. There's someone that really just spoke what I was feeling, and they're like, "Finally, elephants, so we can recreate Hannibal's army." And I'm like, "Yes, someone else can appreciate things like I do."
Those elephants from the Orient Expedition had clip-on ears. It was the ears that people always lost. There was always
Right.
people on
Oh wow.
on Facebook groups over here asking, "Has anybody got the elephant ear for the left side?" And it's like, you need to marry you up with that person who's looking for the right side one, and one of you can have an earless elephant, the other one's got both of them.
So Dan, Andres has the scoop. $44.99 for this one euro over here.
Okay. So that's going to be probably $70-$80 in New Zealand.
Yeah.
Oh my
Okay.
goodness.
That's a lot more than I anticipated it was going to be.
And there we go. It's just one
Ooh.
image, but here we go. Yeah.
Oh, I've seen that. Yeah, that looks pretty cool.
Is that a
That's
different
a-
shade for the lion?
That's $100, and that is a different shade for the lion. That's
Mhm.
100 American.
But again, in my opinion, it's too expensive. I see €80 here, but not 100, or maybe 85 or something. I'm missing like this big building, like this camp or something, because you have many little parts. And by the way, the new road plate in blue behind the
Yeah, I
elephant.
just spotted that behind there.
Yeah.
In the other set as well.
In all honesty, I see that and I see 70. It's just not worth 100
Well,
for me. I know it's got all the molds and then stuff like that. That's cool, but like, really, 100?
Okay, so let's count how many minifigures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 minifigures, and you get how many different animals? 1, 2,
10.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
There's a
7?
baby white lion down there too.
Yep. Now, I want to know what this vehicle on the right is. This looks like a Wright Brothers flyer from like the 1800s. What is this vehicle?
It's an
Just-
airfoil, dude.
Just a microlight.
Yeah, it's a
Micro-
microlight.
Yeah, microlight.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
oh.
microlight, Brian, is something that hobbyists used to make because you can make it at home, and it was a small airplane that could go a limited
Oh,
distance.
fair.
You ever see
Fair,
that
fair.
movie with
Yeah.
the geese and that girl like she's trying to get the geese home, so she's got to fly them, whatever. She flew a microflight from wherever it was to wherever the geese need to go. I don't know.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's far
Just
away
trying to
home or
get the
something
geese
like that.
Microlights are synonymous with falling out of the sky because they are all home built. And yeah, there's always something that goes wrong with microlights. You hear about microlight crashes here, reasonably frequently because, yeah.
Yeah. You don't hear about them that much in the States anymore. We used to in the 80s, but not so much these days.
So that's the 4 of them, and it's great that we get elephants again. Because the last time was Orient Expedition all those years ago.
Yeah,
I'm just going to go and feed my dogs because I don't know if you can hear all the racket. Ow! You got me on the nipple. Ah, you bugger. This guy here. Seriously, this dog here. Look at him. Look at him. Look at it. This is what I get until he gets fed in the morning. It's like he's never had food.
You gotta feed him at 5 a.m. when you get up to come on the
yes.
fast. You
No,
know?
7 o'clock
gonna
is
make him
breakfast
wait.
time. 7 o'clock is breakfast time, and guess what? It's 7 o'clock. So
On the dot too.
Well,
Yes.
while you show
Anyway.
off the dogs and feed them, I want to show you my Harry Potter totem pole.
Oh my god.
So those are the three kids.
That is pretty cool.
What a great scale for these. Great
I love
choice.
those
Like,
eyes.
let me get this straight. You have a group of 3 children that are the most powerful children in Britain. Britain, who came to America to conquer it, who, did some horrible things to the native tribes here. So you built a totem pole out of basically the incarnation
they're stacked on top of each other because they want to go see Jaws in theaters. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Put a big jacket on, right?
What?
Wait,
Yeah.
what?
So this is a size compared to Hagrid.
Oh, that's not bad. That's cool.
Wait, Jaws in theaters. I'm trying.
I'm trying to save the narrative here, Flynn. Listen.
Oh my gosh.
Such an odd choice, Brian.
I don't know.
Boy.
How else are you gonna display them?
Right. Okay, they want to go see Hannibal Lecter in theaters or Kill Bill. I don't know. Well, you old people, leave me alone. Gee.
Kill Bill is a good movie.
I'm sure it was, Andres.
Two of them.
Sure it was.
Did you not see Kill Bill, Brian?
I've seen Kill Bill, yeah.
Then why are you saying you're sure it was?
To the other one.
Oh my goodness.
Jaws?
Yeah. How's the Taj Mahal looking?
It's looking good. Here's where we're at.
Definitely
Oh,
looks
yeah.
like the Taj.
Oh yeah.
Oh, those tiles.
Yes, a lot of
Yeah.
tiling, a lot of these pieces on the outside.
But it's a lot better than building a model twice the size.
Yes,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. So it's still a much more enjoyable build so far.
Yeah. Let's see.
I don't know. This set is this set currently available, or is I don't know when the release date is for this set.
We don't know. April, when's the embargo?
The embargo for the Taj?
No, I mean, when is it released? Because
Oh, it releases June 1st everywhere except the US. The US is August 1st. Just
Whoa,
like
we have
pretty much
we have to
everything.
wait till
for-
August 1st to get this. Wow.
All the summer
Yeah.
sets that I've seen so far have been June 1st release globally, US August 1st. Everything.
Oh
Yeah.
boy.
Seen the same thing.
You would have known that there's a new Taj Mahal out there since January because we would have seen the builds in Nuremberg at the toy fair. But because of the global pandemic, it's kind of different this year because at least we could share the information, because a few years ago we were allowed to take even images of all the new sets. So this year it was totally new for me as well for the first time because in the last 7 years I've seen all the new summer sets already in Nuremberg.
You got to be surprised for once.
Yes, oh surprise, Taj Mahal.
Can I just say though, like with all the chatting that the kids, as Brian says, do, the Taj was never talked about. Like that's the
'cause-
only thing that I've been genuinely surprised about
Yep.
for years, maybe.
Yeah, I had no clue what the architecture set was going to be when they said they were sending one. There was nothing leaked until it arrived, and no clue.
kind of came out of
The Bird
nowhere.
of Paradise as well. We
Yeah.
never saw that until they started turning up on people's doorsteps.
Mhm.
Same thing with those Minion sets that Brian got.
Oh, boy.
It's not like Just Too Good had a video up 6 months ago.
A year ago. A year.
A year ago.
Well, weren't those sets embargoed too? They're like, guys, we need you to not talk about this. We need
Mhm.
to not.
The weird thing was they were all on the shelf for a short period of time here,
Right.
at least.
Yeah,
And then they,
theater.
and then they took them off the shelf, and then reissue an embargo on something that was sold a year ago. What the heck?
May I ask Brian and Josh something? Are we in the mood for one more bag, or is this kind of my final work of today?
You can keep going. We're good.
Yeah.
Go for it.
I'm here. I'm in my office. I'm alone. I can
I'm
build.
alone.
It's my evening off, so I can build for hours here. So what
Andres,
do you think so far?
Andres, it's episode 50. We got to keep going, man. We're good.
I'm here. I will stay forever.
Excellent.
I'm totally
Me
fine.
too, man. Until
He's gonna
call
stay
Andres in.
forever, even after we all leave the StreamYards room.
You're a content creator, Andres. You don't get an evening off. That's what we were telling Dan. You've got to create nonstop all day.
Oh my god.
Well, before we get into the next shot of news here, I know that what's his face? Brandon was asking what the one and only Brick and Nick is building. He's been quietly stewing away at that lightsaber, it looks like.
Yeah, I realized I'd never taken an actual nice picture of the lightsaber. And that's really hard with the whole like beam attached.
Mm.
So I'm separating it and capping it off so I can take a nice picture and then I'll post that. Because it's beautiful.
Did you base that on Luke's saber or
This
someone
is
else's?
Obi-Wan's from the Clone Wars.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
I knew that. I just wanted to ask you so that people would know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That reminds me, is there some new Star Wars show coming out on like Disney Plus or something?
The Bad
Yeah,
Batch.
it
Batch.
came,
Bad Batch.
came out today, yeah.
Oh, was it okay? I thought I saw something about that.
It was good. It was good.
And that's your dose of Star Wars for May the 4th. Let's talk about some creator stuff. There's a bunch of new sets that got unveiled.
Oh,
So there's
Alright.
this over here. It is the fish bowl, which it's not a bowl. It's
Hey,
a tank.
Wait a second.
What?
Nick's got it built, probably.
Oh, I thought like Nick was saying, wait, we're not supposed to talk about this even though it's on Brick Set.
I think you're good.
Waiting.
That is a cool. I actually want that set. think
I
it's
really
cool.
like it, but I mean,
There it is.
Oh.
not
Oh,
having
man.
glass panels.
Why does everybody get their stuff delivered? Why do I have to be at the bottom of the world? God.
You know, you're on the
Mine
underside
definitely
of
aren't
the
sitting
world.
next to me here, Dan. For sure, not sitting next to me.
Well, I don't know where they're sitting, but they're not here. They should be, but they're not.
So that's pretty
I
cool. Do you know?
I
Nick,
don't
do you know how
like
many
this.
pieces?
Huh?
Do you know how many pieces?
No, sadly, all the boxes I get sent are from Europe, so they do not have parts counts.
Lost Dwarf
Yeah.
with the $2 super chat saying, "I love the fishes. Oh, so delicious. You don't want to eat these fish." No, they're all bony and no. Some haddock though,
They're all
swordfish.
brittle.
Yeah.
Okay, serious question. What does people think about it not actually having glass? Like for me, when I look at it, not having the glass in it, the reality part of my brain's like, nah, it's not going to work. I get that it's creative and I get that it's Lego and I'm meant to use my imagination, but it just feels like it's missing something.
There's a comment in the chat about it being the same tank from Finding Nemo, and they're
I
like,
was just about to say that because,
correct.
like, those fishes look very familiar. Like,
Yeah,
what's going on there?
it's definitely the Finding Nemo tank.
Yeah, there's got to be.
Yep. That's what my father-in-law said when I showed that to him, because I was gonna get it for him because he's got a massive aquarium, and he was like, "Oh, it's like Finding Nemo," and I was like, "Yeah, it does, huh?" So even for a non-Lego person such as cultured as we are, was able to identify the Nemo-ness of it.
I don't know,
Okay.
Dan. When I look at
Apparently, I
that
just
photo,
build some sales.
Yeah,
my
Brick's
mind
not.
just automatically fills in the glass. I feel like I don't
Yeah.
look at that and feel like there's something missing. I just because the glass is clear, it just I don't know, maybe subconsciously just kind of fills it in.
All right, that's fair.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Like when you see it in person, your brain will pick one or the other, like the blue and gold dress thing.
Mhm.
So it'll work for some people it won't.
for me, so I haven't built the ship in a bottle, to be fair, but I always found whenever I was looking at it, the way that the Lego pieces they connect together, like it's not a clear glass bottle, and it takes away from the overall display. It's still a great set, but like if they had the glass panes on this, it would be. It's not tall enough to just be one wall, right? So it would be two sections of glass panes going all through the middle of it, and it would take away from the way that it looks overall. And not only that, like let's say you wanted to add like a background, right? Kind of like the fish tank that's on the vote for not ideas, the Bricklink thing.
Bricklink.
Like there's a background, but then you wouldn't be able to see it from the other side. So you can add the glass if you want to, but without the glass being there, you could even have some of the seaweed bits maybe poking out and add a little bit of depth more so to it. I don't care that there's no glass. And it would have been much more expensive. You're talking what, maybe $30, $40 for this? Not even. It'd be a $50 set.
I like the little diver throwback too, with the little submersible.
Yeah,
in
that's
it.
cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Nick,
Yeah.
you want to do us a favor and because the images aren't on here, the back of the box show what the alternate builds are?
Yeah.
'Cause those are kind of
You
interesting.
got a little treasure chest up top with a crab, a seagull, a sword,
That's
a
cool.
cup, and then a chest that I'm going to assume opens and closes.
Yeah.
And then you got a very interesting like art piece on an easel.
Oh,
Nice.
that's very reminiscent of an ideas project that everyone should go vote for.
I don't know who's in charge of the ideas line right now, but whoever it is, they're nailing it. Like,
Yeah.
you got some good stuff coming.
Speaking of, I don't have a segue. Flynn, you have to go.
I do have to run.
Oh, bummer.
Have
That
no
was
segue.
great. That's exactly what I was hoping for. Yeah, gotta get running, but great to see everybody.
When
And,
can people see you next?
This afternoon, 3 p.m. PDT. I will be on Twitch building my only 2 Star Wars sets that exist as part of the Twitch raid train with these 2.
You could have really jazzed that up and said, I'm going to be on Twitch building my entire Star Wars collection.
Oh, that's it. You're right. Oh, man. Okay, I'm going to put that on Twitter right now.
Do that. You're
Thank
welcome.
you, Dan.
Look forward to seeing you.
Thanks for joining, Flynn.
Bye.
Yep. And his channel is in the chat, so if you want
Thank
to
you,
see
Jeff.
more of Flynn, he's right there.
The other creator set that's up on the docket here is a crocodile, and it is a crocodile, not an alligator.
Yep.
Nick, do you have all these or just the?
I have
Yeah,
them
there.
all.
Okay, he's got them all.
I
Okay.
did get them all. I'm very lucky. I'm looking forward to building these. They're
All right,
great.
cool.
Got your crocodile on the front here with a little skeleton of a fish, a pretty nice looking frog, and then an awesome looking snake, which actually now looking at it looks a lot like the similar print to the one in the Fort Wall City set. The colors are very similar, which is cool.
Yeah.
When was the embargo for reviews on these?
The embargo for reviews is still in a couple of days, but I figure since pictures are fully out,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can show the boxes.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I'm not doing the review.
Is that a thing we can do?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we can show the boxes. My wife has this.
You're,
and
by the way, you are not allowed to show the box. Just let you know. I had this discussion on the line. So it's not my stream. It's not my channel. I don't care. But it's really something they told us we don't allow to put any teasers online. Don't show the box. But hey, it's not live. So who cares?
No, hang on.
No, I've
Isn't-
had this conversation with the A4
Yeah.
before.
Me too.
It's fine to tease.
This sounds like for a discussion after the stream. We're gonna roll with it for episode 50 chat.
Just let me do it. I'll take the heat. It's not a big deal.
I think you'll be fine.
Hang on. Isn't this my role in the whole thing, Brian? You know,
Yes,
I'm
you're
like,
the elder on the
from
council.
the council. You know, I thought, okay, so Andreas is right. You're not allowed to show boxes or teasers pre-embargo, but once stuff has been announced by Lego, then they encourage you to do teasers. You're just not allowed to release the review content.
Right.
This is
so
all
Yeah.
convoluted.
It's not. I mean, it's different. So we had this discussion, for example, to put just an image of a box online, and we're not allowed to do so. But maybe they've changed the rule. I don't care. But I had this discussion in the past that we've put one teaser online or something, just the box standing somewhere in the building or something, and I was told I'm not allowed to do this, but maybe it's different now. So everything is all right, Bricknick, and you're still part of the Lego Ambassador Network. You're not fired. You can still show your face. I think maybe there's a way out of this madness, but otherwise you're gone.
I'm pretty sure it's just like I wouldn't be able to do this if nobody had known about them and if there were no press. Like, the boxes.
It makes sense. It makes sense, of course. I mean, it's just the box, and now please open the box.
Yeah.
Well, hang on.
Yeah, not opening. No box openings today.
Just to clarify, recently, a couple of months ago, they changed the rules so that the review content was released after the embargo.
There's a reveal embargo and a review
reveal
embargo.
content. So the reviewers are now getting handicapped by a couple of days. So between those 2 days, you're allowed to post whatever you like. You're just not allowed to post the review content.
Oh, okay. Then this is a new rule, actually. So
relatively, yeah, because they changed it. I want to say March, February.
It was earlier this year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Brian's
So
like,
it's good for you, Bricknick.
We'll stop there because otherwise I'll get salty.
Yeah. So
Crocodile looks really cool. We have up next a space shuttle. This looks. Hey, look, Nick's got that one too. Jeez.
He's got all of them, Brian.
Hey, I really like that space shuttle.
Do you want to buy? You want to buy the new space shuttle? Nah. Do you want to buy the lunar lander? Nah. Do you want to buy the Saturn V? Nah. Just buy 3 of these or buy one of them. There you go. We got all 3 in one package.
Literally, like a genius way to give people access to all 3 of those sets with one box.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
interesting that they did that though, because would they compete with one another? It's
you know what happens is the father buys the space shuttle, the mom buys the Saturn V, the teenage kid buys the lunar lander, and then you give little Declan, the 5-year-old, this set right here.
Little Declan? Who names their kid Declan? Little Timmy.
Dan, I've encountered a lot of people who are named Declan. It's
Timmy. But I have to say this is maybe one of the best Creator 3-in-1 sets I've seen so far, because all builds looks really good. It's like there are not so many compromises. So it's nice B and C model as well, in my opinion.
But we haven't gotten to the
now
best
I've seen the
set from
box
this
for the
line
first
yet.
time.
I really like the fact that they are keeping the color scheme in with the other space sets that they've released last few years. The only difference is that weird hover one, but the white, blue, and red, that's in line with the rover that came out and everything else. That's cool.
Yeah.
Look, it even comes with a Ulysses.
Oh, jeez.
It literally is all 3 sets in one.
Just in case you didn't get one. And for the record,
is that the probe that was the VIP?
No, that's in the set.
Okay, no, yeah, sorry. I got
the Ulysses probe was the VIP one.
Yeah.
And that kind of does look
Probably the Hubble
similar to the
came with
Ulysses.
Sorry, yeah, there we go. Hubble. That's what I was
Similar to the Hubble. Anyway, I just got to say for the record, Declan is a very nice name, and I do have a friend who has a kid called Declan. It's just for the bands, okay?
Look at Dan trying to save face. There he goes.
So just the comparison. This is the last Creator set they've made. So it looks kind of similar. There are a few changes. I mean, but it looks good as well. But yours looks more realistic, I have to say. This is the older one, like 4 years ago. The designer is John Ho, who did a great job too. But I think the new one looks more realistic.
Yeah, it's a little future-y.
Yes, yes, it's like more fiction, and yours is more.
Yeah,
but it. So, okay.
It is very swooshable, as they say.
Yeah.
What is not very swooshable is the next one, the Ferris wheel.
Wait. There are images of brick. Nick.
Hey, there it is. Nick, you
Wow.
lucky duck.
Yeah, man.
I know. I scored on this one big time.
You
You
did.
did.
This makes up for the Birds of Paradise.
As much as I think the space shuttle looks great, I don't think we don't need this Ferris wheel because the bigger one is much better. It looks kind of the same. It's the same building technique somehow. It's really inspired by the old Creator Expert Ferris wheel. But when you have the main Ferris wheel from Jamie Barat, you don't need this 3-in-1 sets.
Well,
even the other two builds are not so good. In my opinion, this is a no for me.
What are you talking about? You've got bumper cars with a juggler in that other build. That's awesome.
Yeah.
The
Look
other
at that.
build, the old Ferris wheel goes for
They
like
look
$500
weird.
now, though. It's very expensive.
Mm-hmm.
I have it right here in the back. So, I mean, the bumper cars, I mean, they're better looking bumper cars. We've seen the Joker Pony bag a few years ago. So this looks like a normal creator set where you think the B and C model are fine, but not so good. With the Space Shuttle, you really have 3 great builds.
Right.
Here, I would say the Ferris wheel is fine, of course, but when you know there's the bigger one out there, it's much better. But for kids, it's looking good, of course.
I mean, even for me with my city, like I don't have the Ferris wheel. That would be a great addition for the size and scope of, you know, the amusement park that I have going on. So it's whatever. Yeah.
Now, I don't like the well, this doesn't necessarily mean they're not going to make it, but the pirate swing in that set is not a pirate swing. If anyone knows from Super Mario Sunshine, they have this giant, massive one singular ship that goes back and forth.
Yeah,
always at those carnivals. That's what the pirate swing is. I don't know what on earth you call that thing.
Yeah,
that is not a pirate swing.
Like, I feel like there could have been something else they put on top that would have been like as misleading in a way. When you see that, you're expecting exactly what you're talking about—the big singular pirate ship that swings back and forth.
Yeah,
and this is not.
This is just a swing, and I've seen it in a park here in Germany as well, where you can just enter amusement park, so you can really use it for free beside all the other rides. So it's not even a ride. You just sit there and you have this little swing, like a little boat.
Right, but it's not what that is supposed to be.
It's not a pirate ship, which we all know, where you just sit in and
that's all.
To be fair, I thought that thing on top of it was actually a hand. It looks kind of like a hand.
Really, when I was looking at it for a second, I was like, wait, why is there a weird hand on? And then I was like, oh, wait, that's a boat.
That's not a hand?
No, it's a boat. Jaw Builder in the chat. I hate the red coin mission with the ship. He knows what I'm talking about. It's a big giant pirate swing. That's what that and the flying swings. I hope they make in Creator, expert for this. But clearly, since we're getting this, I feel like they've been having for the past couple of years. The amusement park stuff is now in Creator 3-in-1, and we're not going to get the grandiose stuff, which I'm disappointed by because I really want that. I know we got the haunted house, but that feels more Halloween than anything else too.
But they're going to be more set because it's a new row. You know, they called it like amusement park collection or something. So there's even a name for it. So there should be more 18+ adult sets as well. And I'm not a big. I mean, it's a nice set. It's here, the amusement. So the haunted house thing, which you can see behind the Ferris wheel. It's a good one, but I'm really missing a new ride with function which you can actually see, like a breakdancer, like anything you could actually see, because the function is kind of behind closed doors somehow. You know, I would love to see more, like even a bumper car or any ride for the smaller kids, like a train or something, where you can see the movement with your eyes in front of you. This would be great. So,
Andres, I want the flying swing set, like those whipping around with like the Technic. Like
yes.
Around.
Awesome.
I
mean, there are so many mocks out there, and as you know, Joshua, we've been at the amusement park here in Hamburg and done some rides. It's always fun, and I'm really happy. I would say 10 years ago was a little bit afraid of bigger roller coasters, but now understand my life is over someday. I do all the rides. I don't care even more. When you just think, with 30, oh my goodness, it's all the high and such a big ride, and maybe you're afraid. No, I don't care anymore. I do every ride on my own because it's fun.
Holly
Drink only
said,
one.
Holly says, I
Captivity
disagree,
will do that to a man. It'll make you appreciate life. Good on you, Andreas.
I disagree with Brian about the haunted house. It felt more like an amusement park to me than a Halloween type of haunted house. That's true, but also there was this desire for a haunted house of some kind, and it was a 2-bird, 1-stone situation because they're not going to have 2 haunted houses on shelves at the same time.
Yes.
That kind of fills that, where people really wanted a haunted house, but people also really wanted an amusement park. So we kind of like it definitely is an amusement park ride, but you could just as easily have that in a Halloween display.
It is a compromise, Brian.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I mean, there are many people out there who would love to see a new haunted house and a freefall tower. I mean, there was a rumor since years out there. So the freefall tower is good, but then you have to see it like a really freefall tower, And I mean, in the Legoland, you have this smaller freefall tower in the haunted house, at least in Legoland Billund, Joshua. We've been there. So it's possible. I mean, it's a lovely set, but, I would love to see what is going on. And there are so many rides out there which you could do with Lego bricks. We've seen so many mocks and at exhibitions and stuff. So I really would love to see the next big thing, because I have this amusement park right behind me, behind the modulars, and I love to build all this stuff because I don't know how to do it. I can build skyscrapers, I can build a little car, but I cannot build a great amusement park set on my own. So please, Lego, if you listen to this, I would love to see more amusement park sets in the future. Thank you very much.
You know what you're going to see, Andres? You're going to see a castle, because that's the next one up on the list over here.
Oh, I got
Finally.
Oh, God,
Finally.
I want that thing. Jeez Louise. Man, that thing is gorgeous. I
Hey,
love it.
there it is.
Oh, great. Thanks, Nick.
I'm jealous. Very
Yeah,
jealous.
I am super jealous, man.
If you're wondering why none of the Beyond the Brick
This is a
contributors
well-done
got
one for
these
sure.
sets, it's because of this. I couldn't
Wait, do
pass
you
up
have
the
them?
opportunity.
Oh
Josh,
no.
do you have them?
Yes.
Oh.
Nice.
Oh, man.
Oh, no.
Oh, that makes sense. I was going to ask. I was like, hey, oh.
Jeff, if
It's-
I'm getting deceived, you're getting deceived as well. Not a chance.
It's so
Oh,
great,
that's
Nick.
fair.
Thank you for displaying it so nicely.
You got it.
Man,
Yeah, I think
I
these
want to.
are cool because it's really like one you can just happily buy 3 of, build
Mhm.
each independent model, and build out a kingdom.
Yeah.
You'd just be so excited.
Finally, we're getting Castle back.
Yeah.
What is great here, that in my opinion, and you can correct me, Brittany, because you have it on your own, which is good for you. I'm happy for you, really. But
Are you?
but in my opinion, the second or third model you can actually add, right? Is there? I mean, it's the same size. You have the tower and the wall, so this should be the same size, and you could add it to the main build.
Yeah.
Am I right? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's the whole thing with that is that creator set right there is built from like back in the day when I was a kid in the 80s, where it was like, here's your castle. You can add on to this now. You can add on different parts of the castle.
Yeah.
You can do all that hubbub. And that stuff that they have like listed as options, quote unquote, it fits with the same scale. It's the same scale. So, I don't usually like buying multiples of sets, but I would almost want to do that with this just to have a, awesome looking castle thing.
So
Niner.
here's what's going to happen. Okay. I have the tea leaves. I'm seeing into the future. All right.
Uh-huh.
Last year, we got this. Remember?
Uh-huh.
This year, we're getting Castle
Yeah.
as a classic Lego theme being revitalized in Creator, as Nick has showcased. And then next year, we would
Classic
be
Space.
getting.
Galador.
No. We would be
Buckle.
getting. No.
Monorail.
Classic space. Classic space.
We would be getting that as the vote for next year, right? For the anniversary set. Because
Oh.
obviously, there you go, the trifecta. And then Monorail is next after that. Congratulations, Brickstar. Congratulations.
Yeah, Brian, I disagree with you 110%. Here's
Okay.
why. So, like you said, the last 2 years we've gotten the 3-in-1 whatever. We got this, we got that. You're discounting the blacksmith shop, which we got this year as well, which is a castle set. It's a big castle set. It's a great set. It's sitting over there. But with the space stuff, I think that they'll finally give what a lot of space guys, Dan, myself included, have always wanted, which is the moon base build. There's a standard for it. I think they'll give us the moon base, and I think they'll give us the Who's It's that goes with it. I don't think it'll be the anniversary set. I think it'll be the creator set. Because like it would make more sense for me to follow that line. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you're 100% accurate. I could be wrong.
I do have one more thing on the box here quickly.
Yeah.
It was someone called out, like the yellow feels off. Bobo called that out on Twitch. What's interesting is they actually show here that you can take the main castle and fold it up into like a proper like square keep. And for some reason that like balances it out to me. Whereas like when it's all stretched out, it kind of like throws off the shape of the castle in a way.
Sure. Yeah.
I think nicely squared up though, like you see there. It's really cool that it does that, obviously, but that gives it a much more like traditional castle feel. And I don't know, the yellow doesn't seem as off to me when it looks like that.
Well, I mean, also that is so much more than a castle too. Like even like in the main state, that's more of a keep or like So it just begs to be added on to like complete the circle and then build the castle in the center of it. It's just I don't do the nostalgia thing often, but that has thrown me back to my childhood for sure.
And I will say the Black Falcons minifigs are nice. They actually have some like additional detailing. It's not just a plain torso with the Black Falcon.
I love those minifigs. Yeah,
my tea leaves predict. I predict that they are going to come out with some sort of maybe the minifigure pack, if you know what I'm thinking of. Black Falcons minifigures to add on to it, because you can't have just two in that castle. You can't just have two in the blacksmith shop. You got to have a couple of them. So there should be something.
And I gotta say, those shoulder pieces that come with those guys, I ordered 6 of them by on their own, and holy crap, do they complete a kit bashed figure? Like
I don't think they're on these guys actually.
Yeah, I don't think they are either. I didn't see them on the box, but
those
shoulder pieces are amazing.
What I have to say or add here, I think the reaction has been like it's okay, it's a fine set. I think when people see it on shelves, they will buy it, every single one, because it's really good looking, in my opinion. I like the colors. It looks good for children. I mean, a lot of appeal for adults as well. So I think it's a really good looking set, nice play functions. Maybe there could be a few more minifigures, but we've seen the Falkenritter in Germany. I don't know how it's called, the Falcon knights in English. So there are 2 printed torsos and stuff. So I think it's a really, really good looking set, and I will build it on my own and buy it first day purchase. So it's really good looking.
Same.
Bobo Laveau says those Black Falcon torsos sold out on bricks and pieces fast, but you can still buy Oscar the Grouch's head. So there you go. You want to add on Sesame Street? You can do that.
I just want to say that the designers missed out on an opportunity to troll the fandom here, because you know how in all of the 3-in-1 sets, all of the animals are brick built. They should have done a brick built goat. That would have been hilarious.
This is, by the way, the thing I don't like that much. I think the brick built dragon, I don't know. It's not the biggest deal, but besides that, it looks good. Okay, so Brian, you disagree.
I don't even disagree, but that adds on to the secondary builds with those green pieces for foliage. But what I think would have been maybe a little bit smarter is if they had a $20 set that was a larger dragon like they've had in the past that you could add on to it. But clearly that's what that dragon's there for, is for supplementary pieces.
Yes, you're totally right.
There has been a couple of 3-in-1 dragons.
The alligator set, and I'm pretty sure you can probably build a decent dragon out of it.
Well, they've done a couple of 3-in-1 dragons, I'm sure. There's been a red one and a blue one from memory.
And now that Nick has shown off his stuff, is it time for you to go, sir?
It is, yes. I need to make a little bit of an early exit, but today's been a blast, guys. So awesome to celebrate a year plus and 50 episodes of just awesomeness with every single one of you. And we will see you guys next week.
Cool. See you, Nick. Thanks for
Take care. Goodbye.
Hey, later, man.
Okay, now we're ready. Okay, let's have
Here's
fun.
my update on the Taj Mahal. I've got the 4 kind of middle sections done. It's really starting to come together nicely. The tiling looks very nice.
Nice. Are you a third of the way?
Let's see. I'm on to big 6, and there's 9 of them, I think.
Oh, you're almost done.
10. There's 10. So I'm,
Oh, okay.
yeah, a little over half.
While we are you still going, or how you feeling? What
Yeah, we can keep going here.
Sure. So we don't have to touch on this for too long. Oh, there's Jeff.
Oh my goodness, this is like Brian is the trainer, the coach of Joshua. So are we still good here? Do we have time? How do you feel? Do we have power? Let's go on. Come on. Do it, man, do it. It's awesome. Like
Brian is my personal trainer.
Yes, personal trainer. That's exactly what
I'm your personal trainer with this beard and this flubber. All right.
Do you have power? Go for it.
It's do as I say, not as I do, Brian.
I always had this vision of being a personal trainer, but not, because you just sit in front of a fit person and go, all you got to do is yell at them and go, keep going. You want to look like me? Keep going. You want to be this? Ah! You know what I mean?
But the problem is with you are a liar. When you're a personal trainer, I've played tennis for a long time. And for weeks, I had the same place, the same court. And right next to me, there was a personal trainer and an older guy, like my age now. And every time it was super, great. And it was a nightmare, like he's lying the whole time. Super, oh my goodness, oh, brilliant, super, go for it. And it was after weeks, still the same madness, So you're, as a personal trainer, maybe you're a liar sometimes. But I mean,
could you stop referring to yourself as being older, please? Jeez, man, you're making me feel semi-ancient.
I mean,
well, you are the wise counsel.
Okay.
Fine.
Dan's the elder here, the eldest.
A few years left. I mean, this is good to know.
So to keep the youth in check, we have some Minecraft sets that got unveiled. We don't have to talk about this too much. Since
there was Minecraft sets? Wow, I totally missed that.
Nice parts.
I don't think any of you have played Minecraft super duper extensively. I'll just go over them briefly.
Can we please just talk about that figure and how expensive it was?
So how expensive was it? Because I never looked into it.
It was over $100 on Bricklink.
Wait, which one?
The little creeper down there with the trans blue, because it was only in one set. There was like a really big set a long time ago.
A charged creeper, yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, suck for all those people who paid $100 for that figure.
So yeah, what happens in Minecraft if you have a thunderstorm, it strikes a creeper, it becomes charged up, does a super explosion. So that figure it's a rare thing to happen in the game, and such rare in the sets as well. So that's there's that custom minifigs for character torsos and whatnot. That's cool. First time we're getting phantoms in a set, which help you recharge your wings, which I'm a very big fan of. Ocelot. These are all pretty standard builds, though. Nice use of these. Not coral. What are these pieces? Turquoise.
Dark turquoise. Yeah.
Dark turquoise. Cool to have those.
Is Minecraft something like Animal Crossing?
No, totally different.
Okay.
You're making me feel better about myself, Andreas.
This is based off of a ruined portal, which goes between the overworld and the nether. Cool to have one of those. You get a wither skeleton, hoglin. Pretty nice. You get a skeleton horse in this set. Pretty nice. And a trident, if you haven't gotten one of those. I think they haven't been revealed or announced. So that's nice. Horses, always fun. And then this is from Minecraft Dungeons. I'm unfamiliar because I have not played that game in quite some time, but it's a Groot-looking boss with a golem and a purple.
I really like that. I don't know why. I really like that. I don't know why. The little tree guy is cool.
Yeah, it's a very cool looking golem. A thing that I don't like, but a personal gripe, I guess, like a lot of these things in Minecraft Dungeons don't translate into actual Minecraft, and I wish they would. So there's no context to this if you just play the normal game. So that's what's been revealed so far for Minecraft. So a solid wave if you care for this stuff, but
Minecraft must be doing well for them because they keep bringing out some pretty solid sets with some new molds, new characters. It's been going for quite a number of years now, so it must be doing pretty well.
For sure. Let's see if there's anything else. Shout out to this random set here, which I know April is very much so looking forward to. Lots of dots.
Yes.
1,000?
It's a big old box of dots.
Yeah, that's
That
cool.
looks cool.
Just what I
that'll be
need,
great.
a box with 1,000 1x1 tiles, as if I don't have an entire room of them.
I
No,
mean,
it's
that'll
great
be
if you do art stuff, mosaics. It's perfect.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Well,
that's true.
It's also great for building the buildings. You can build up your facade with those too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know?
Yeah. Hopefully they come with a lot of muted colors as well.
Yeah.
I love this.
Oh boy.
Cool
Love
dot
it.
stuff. There's the cactus Nick was talking about before.
Mhm.
No need to do a botanical collection. You got it right there.
Yeah. Boom. Bam. All in one. You're all set.
I like
Whoa,
this
that's cool.
dark blue.
Yeah.
Cool color
Yep.
scheme.
And I guess we don't need classic space anymore either, because there it
No.
is. Yep. We're all set, folks.
I do kind of feel like the letter tiles are cheating a little bit.
Up here,
after
yeah.
all the work everyone's done in like creating letters with dots pieces.
Mhm.
Now it's just like, here you go. You can just have them with the letters printed on them already.
It's like you're
But
alone.
why round? Why not square again? Because at least that could
Yeah.
kind of match up with the older square printed tiles.
Well, I mean, I'm
point.
sure at some point if they've already done this. They'll probably do square
When
ones.
when I was a child, we had like 1x1 bricks with printed letters on it,
Hmm.
Yeah.
like 50 years ago. Yeah.
Same. It's kind of like being on a desert island and like, oh man, there's like nothing here. And then suddenly, and you've had to like work for your food. You've had to like fish every day or whatever.
Mhm.
And then all of a sudden you get an airdrop of supplies and you're like, this cheeseburger is great and all, but somehow this feels like I'm cheating. That's, what I mean? Because everybody does work their butts off to get those letters in and stuff. And,
Mhm.
yeah.
Ben is asking why there are no digits in this set. Probably for a supplementary pack down the line, but yeah, I'm not seeing any numbers in here.
Yeah, I'll bet we see it.
Ben, if you want my digits, man, all you gotta do is ask.
I'll bet we see extra dots packs that have letters and numbers in them.
This is the one though. This is gonna sell.
Yep.
That's great.
Yep.
Does that have the price on it?
Ah,
I heard somewhere that it was only going to be like $20 for that,
no
So-
way. That'd be sweet.
right?
Yeah. I
Yeah,
will
no.
definitely buy that if it's $20.
Yeah, that's really good. This
Imagine
friend's-
the review on that one. So here we have 50 dark turquoise quarter round circles, and in this bag we have 50 round 1x1 plate in tan.
I think that you're right, Dan, but I think if you give that set to Kirk or April to review, that those two will knock it out with something beautiful and creative. And I think that that's a way that they'll be able to highlight those pieces better than the reading from a phone book method.
Challenge accepted.
Yep.
I'll supply one to April. Beyond the Brick can supply one to Kirk. It's on.
Yeah,
Let's
'cause-
do it.
if it got sent to me, it would be like, hey, look at these colors. Bye for now.
I don't want to interrupt with my stupid questions, but Josh, one question are you as Beyond the Brick now the owner of Facebook?
What?
What?
That's a little bit out
I
of left field.
wasn't gonna bring it up till next week's stream, but yes.
You are. Am I right? You are the owner of. Okay. Just go on with dots. It's nice to hear.
Thank you for that.
All right, it's time to discuss salaries if that's the case.
Oh my god.
Hey, look at these DuckTales. Look at these.
Oh my gosh.
I want those, and I hate brickheads. I want those.
Oh,
How
I
can
do.
you
I
hate
know.
brickheads?
Because it's just one of those things. It's like, oh look, Lego's solution to Funko Pops. Guess what? Jeff doesn't care for either.
Hmm.
Yeah, but those are great. I have the Ghostbusters one, of course, but
Of course.
and I have Boba Fett because that was my cousin who passed away, and I was like, well, okay, so yeah.
These look very cool. I hope I get my hands on them to build on the stream sometime soon. That would be very nice and very cool.
I hope
We
you
shall.
don't because
If
you
they
don't
can-
have any nostalgia for that.
If they
Brian.
can wade through all those minion sets arriving at your door, they'd hopefully find a way onto your table.
Hey, at least I didn't get the brickheads for him. Hey, thanks for that one, man.
Are there minions brickheads?
Yeah.
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 They
Oh, I
just
think I
came
missed
out.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a real shame you missed him, man. Real.
You don't read the news, Josh? You don't read the news or something because you're like, I mean, your job is like Lego related. You don't check out the articles.
That's why I said I like when April shows up, so she actually knows what's happening.
Like there are new minions out there. You know?
And so I'm on the section of unreleased sets for 2021. We have the Crux Raid Hideout coming out in August 1st.
Oh, I'm excited for that.
Uh-huh.
Oh wait, I'm
No.
sorry.
Bum, bum,
That's
bum, bum.
inaccurate. I'm sorry. I never. Never mind. Never mind.
Yeah, you just skip right over Bell's Castle. I see how it is.
Oh, Bell's Castle.
But
Yeah.
Joshua, why do you have something against minions? Don't you remember all the minions you've met in New York?
We did meet a lot, yes, at Toy Fair.
Okay, this one.
Oh,
Wow.
This looks
Can
good,
you-
by the way. This castle
looks
looks
really
good.
I really
There's,
like this.
There's some cool parts in there. That dark red stuff, yes, please, all
Yeah.
day. And those
You know,
are they printed windows?
Dan, you know what that would look really good on?
no.
Bell's Castle?
John, show it again. Look at it.
John,
Dan,
Oh, why
Dan.
they got to play with your emotions
Hold
like
on.
that, Brian?
John,
Hold on.
mute him.
All
John,
of
mute
you-
those
him.
parts
Let
aren't
me-
John,
new.
mute him.
Let me talk about this.
Brian, these parts aren't new. Those spires on top of Bell's Castle was on the last version too.
So let's pretend
Oh,
that the
God.
center portion is the
Yeah.
stained glass for Peach's.
Super Mario 64?
Yes, Andres.
Here we go. Brian, I know what you mean. By the way, do you know what it is when your daughter plays Super Mario and reaches the first star, Super Mario 64?
It's fantastic.
It is awesome. When you see your daughter is playing the game you grew up with, it's awesome. And she played Super Mario 64 for 10 minutes. And then okay, I'm good here. Thanks, Pa.
Aw.
No, kind of. It was, but I've had this Super Mario All Stars on Switch, so we played like a few. But this looks really like a Nintendo castle, and I would love to see real Nintendo sets. I don't want to have Luigi as a big fig, whatever gaming stuff. I would love to see Nintendo stuff, minifigure scaled Super Mario sets based on Super Mario 64. Here we go, Brian. We are one team. We are good together.
Joel,
Well-
with the $5 super chat, I noticed Bell's Castle has something there that wasn't there before. What?
Nice one. Oh, Brian's never seen Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, no, I haven't. No, I have.
I think I have to go now.
What's here?
It's something there that wasn't there before, is in one of the songs in the movie.
Oh.
When they fall in love.
Oh, I don't know what love is.
Do I have to
No.
know everything here? It's getting
Yes,
tiring.
apparently.
My back's starting to hurt.
Which one of us is going to admit to watching Beauty and the Beast? Come on. Jeez,
Beauty
we're
and
all
the Beast is
glad
my
you're here.
favorite Disney movie of all time. Thank you very much.
Hey, I
I'm
saw Beauty and
just-
the Beast.
Thank you, Kirk.
I've seen it once, and I was like, man, I want that library, and that was about all I remember.
The only thing that I
Wow.
remember about I walked out of Beauty and the Beast, and I looked at my mom because I was kind of crying, and she's like, "What's wrong?" I was like, "Well, when Beast destroyed all those plates and like everything else, he just killed like 1,000 innocent people." Because everything gets turned into, and like he shattered all of them. All those people are dead, and then like what happens when the curse breaks? Oh, great! Now I got dead body disposal here in the dining room because all these people are dead. Now there's all these limbs and stuff because they turned back to normal.
Seeing these parts in dark red makes me very happy.
I'm with you on this segue, Brian. I really like that.
Give Brian this moment.
There's that. So there we go.
No Frozen.
We could go back and look at those dark red parts all day. There's some good stuff in there.
I want to know.
What
if
about those curved windows, though? Look at those
See-
curved
Yeah.
panels.
Yeah, that was my question. If that's a
Printed.
sticker on there or if that's printed.
I hope it's printed. I really hope they're printed.
I'm not
April,
sure. I don't
They are
know if
nice.
this is
And
a 4
that
plus or not.
large dish on top, 8x8 maybe, 10x10, not sure.
Joel is back at it. April and I must be the only former theater students here. This 5 is for you, April.
Nah, I did drama in high school.
Well, the
Same.
5 was not for you, Jeff. It is.
It's never for me. You know what I am? I'm the unsung hero here, is what I am. It's fine.
So are we
Well,
avoiding the video stuff, or are we going into the
We
video?
No, we
talked
talked about it last week.
video last week.
I thank God for that. Although bummer, because I was thinking I could go and get some breakfast.
No, but the
Maybe.
1x5, Dan. The 1x5.
May I
The
show you
1x5
something?
plate that
Look.
Lego epically failed on trying
Andreas
to
has something.
There is a pool. This is great. There's a
Oh,
pool. This is looking good.
a hot tub in there? Perfect for streaming.
Is that a
Awesome.
big pile of poop down on the bottom floor? Did someone like not make it to the toilet down there, or what happened?
It's really good looking. I mean, of course,
Yes, it is a very good looking poo, yeah, for sure.
poo. What? Oh no.
The living room.
Oh yeah. Oh, you mean poo? You mean there downstairs? Oh, it's the
No,
other.
the other
On
side.
that
Yeah,
side.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I know.
Have they got a dog? Have they got a dog? It's a thing that happens.
When you have a cat, you know
Or
what
a
I mean.
dog.
No,
Or a 3-year-old.
no, with a cat, there is no such an issue. It's
What? Mm,
That's very debatable.
that is so debatable.
really no. I mean, there's a place the cat will go. I mean, the cat will bring lovely-looking birds with blood all over the wall, of course, but
Mhm.
she will go in the edge and. But okay, it was the way with our cats in the past. We had this toilet for cats.
What is not debatable is how adorable the new Juniors Disney sets are. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
God, these characters look great.
Yeah.
Now, I think it was April who brought up the Disney nuts are going to love this.
Mhm.
The Mickey Mouse.
But
custom-
why is it all 4+, Brian? Why do they release this with larger elements? Why is it 4+? I don't get it.
Well, because kids like Disney. Disney's for kids.
Yeah, who cares? Everything's getting scrapped.
But
except
why
money.
4+? I mean, you don't need those bigger parts. You don't.
But I mean, let's be realistic here. Most of the people that are going to be buying this are adult Disney fans,
Yes, of
and
course.
they're going to love the price point of 4+ sets.
Yeah, and the only big part in it, in most cases, is the chassis for the car or the plane. Everything else is Lego parts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everything's printed. No
The rocket
stickers.
as well.
Yes.
This is cool.
I'm excited about these. I want these figs, man. These figs are amazing.
So this
So-
is based off of the newest Disney cartoon, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
So, do we think that with all these new Mickey and Friends molds, that we may end up getting another 18+ Disney set?
No.
I heard the kids talking about a
Look at the sheep.
castle.
Look at the sheep.
Well, yeah, the sheep, of course.
Am I the only one that gets excited by the sheep? No.
Yeah.
Oh, you are from
Oh,
New
that's a
Zealand.
nice sheep.
I thought
That's a
there was a
good-looking sheep.
rumor of a MIDI scale Cinderella's castle.
I did hear that as well. Yeah.
Maybe like the Taj Mahal sort of idea. That'd be cool.
Why the change in wheelbarrow mold? That like who has ever seen a wheelbarrow with 2 wheels on an axle on the front?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nobody
weird.
ever. No.
Oh, those are the best thing ever. When you put 2 wheels on the front of a wheelbarrow, it's like life changing for when you have to do yard work. I love it.
Can you please send me a photo of your wheelbarrow with 2
It's
wheels?
so
on
much
it? I wanna
easier.
know.
You don't have to balance it when it's
I
full of dirt and things. It's
Where
so
did
much
that
easier.
come from, Jeff? I've never seen a 2-wheeled wheelbarrow. What?
I have one with 4 wheels. It doesn't even have the little stakes on the backside. It just has 4 wheels.
Is that just a normal wheelbarrow with a different axle on it,
No,
or is it it's a totally different mold? Eh?
no, it's the same mold. It's just
The heck? What am I getting? What?
Dan's mind is blown. Canceled from the Lego community after this.
The mines are also. Oh, there we go.
Oh man, it is. Oh. What the heck?
Oh boy.
This is an American thing. You guys are special.
I mean, obviously, our advanced wheelbarrow technology hasn't hit New Zealand yet.
Trust me, Dan, it's so much easier. I've used both extensively, and you can use a 2-handed wheelbarrow with one hand. You can push it, and then you can have a rake or some other utensil in the other hand. It's great.
Or a beverage.
That's that too. If you're walking around with your wheelbarrow.
May I show you something because we are talking about this kind. When you look at my train right here, I can show you two of those, even in lime green.
There it is.
Here we go.
That's nice.
So just want to add this to your conversation about this.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair.
45 and a half years old, and that is the first time I have ever seen a wheelbarrow with two front wheels.
Oh my goodness.
What are they teaching you guys down there? God.
I am mind blown.
Hey, Dan, have you ever seen Lego Pluto before? Because this might be your first time seeing it in this set right here.
Yeah, no, I've seen Lego Pluto, mate.
Okay, all right. Well,
Man,
Dan's going to open a tractor supply store that sells exclusively two-handed wheelbarrows and just take over the market in New Zealand. It's going to blow everybody's mind.
I think I'm going to, I think I'm going to. Either that or I'm going to get laughed out of town. One or the other. And I'm probably thinking laughed out of town.
Yeah. All right. I have questions.
Mm-hmm.
So do I. Many. Why?
Let's just get through these last two. Okay, there's Duplo.
Oh, okay.
There's Goofy. Shout out to everyone that paid $100 for Goofy. There's Pluto. And that's all I got. All right.
Why does Goofy have clothes and Pluto does not?
What was your other point, Jeff?
That was it.
Okay.
Okay, thank you for that.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, hang on. I need to do some.
That is a little sus, just saying.
Yeah.
Because they're both dogs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Goofy has like a mortgage to pay and like kids to raise, and like he goes to a dead end job and he's got a son that doesn't appreciate him. Meanwhile, Pluto's living his best life nude as a pet to Mickey. I don't know.
Joshua, are we done here? Are we close? Or is there...
It's funny how I think that every time Jeff says something.
Jeff, I love you. It's just, is there time to build bag number 13, or are we good here?
We should probably start wrapping things up here. Were there any more sets to show, Brian?
No, there's a completed Taj Mahal, but we'll see that next week from you, and then
that's right. That's right. Here's where I am. The next week I'll finish it.
I can show you for last time here. Here I am. It's good looking. It's really colorful, and there are maybe 200 pages missing. So I will go on next time.
Before we end the stream, let's have Brian remind everyone about this amazing new art that you can get fresh off the press. Where can people pick this up?
You can pick this up on the Bricks O'Brien Etsy shop, where I'm going to be sending them out after they are all autographed and received back at the North Shore of Boston, Massachusetts. Link is in the chat as well as in the description. Again, each of me, Josh, John, Kirk, we all sign it. It's all getting sent out, so you can get that. It is free shipping within the United States, so get yours while you can. They are a limited run sort of a deal, so pick one up if you'd like. They are 11 by 14 prints, and they're very vibrantly colorful. So it's a good print job.
I just want to say, if we just hang out for like 2 more minutes, like 3 more minutes, we can raid the Twitch side into Jake Studs at the beginning of the raid train. Just saying, just putting it out there as an option.
Josh,
let's do it. Does that require us to do something on our end?
Yes, ever so slightly.
I can do it.
Okay.
Wait, are you a mod, Dan?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You can do that.
Oh, so you can do it?
Yeah,
okay.
I don't think you can do that unless you have editor stuff.
Oh.
So
that's why you can do it on my channel, is because you're an editor on it.
Okay. Maybe not.
So,
well, I can show you how. I can tell you how to do it. It's very, very easy.
We've got 13 Twitch viewers, so thank you to everyone watching on Twitch. We'll see if we can figure this out before we sign off.
Joshua, you see what I just typed in the private chat right there, or John? Type that and put it in the your Twitch chat.
Okay, John, do you have that?
And it should work.
Okay, I'll do it here.
You got to wait until Jake's actually on, though.
So yeah, Jake.
Hurry up, Jake. Hurry up.
Joel, real quick, with a $5 super chat. Goofy's actually a special breed of cow, or he used to be. That's why he has a thing for Clarabelle. So he's not a dog?
He's definitely a dog.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's a dog.
Well, Well, that settles that.
I don't know.
Well,
I
it could be
said-
anything.
I sit on an exclusive panel of experts. Trust me. It's dog.
Okay, I just want to go back to the wheelbarrow thing.
Okay.
So I just searched wheelbarrows in New Zealand, and there was nothing that remotely had. Okay, no, I lie. The only wheelbarrows that had two wheels on them had them underneath the center of the barrow, so they were more like a cart than a barrow.
Mm-hmm.
Every single one of them single wheel at the front. I'm just thinking out loud here, but I'm thinking it's possibly to stop them from tipping over, because I'm just wondering if you guys know how to push something with a single wheel on. Is this where we're going here? Is this why they had to put two wheels on there for you?
No idea.
No.
Americans are very lazy in general, so more wheels the better for stability, I would say.
Okay, I'm gonna put this in the chat over here now. Let's see if this works.
In the
That should
Twitch
just
chat.
work. And if yes,
I don't
it is.
know
Okay.
what is going on, but it's funny.
If you're watching over on Twitch, you'll be brought over to Jake Stud's stream and be a part of the Twitch raid train of the Lego community.
You can jump over. Oh my
Yes,
goodness.
you
The
can.
Twitch community. I will be there soon on Twitch.
Yes. And
Okay, I think I did it.
you did.
Yeah, we're-
And
Yep.
now
You did.
if
You did.
anyone
You
wants
did
to
it.
tune in,
Well done.
if anyone wants to tune in, well, you can go. Actually, yeah, now to Jake Studs. So that's great. It worked. Congratulations. Good
Look
Perfect.
at me finally figuring out how to use Twitch. I'm so proud of myself.
Yes.
Oh, boy.
Thank you so much for having me, and all the best for the next 200 episods of your beloved stream.
There you go.
You have so much hope for the future, Andreas.
I have always. Thank you so much.
Yes,
best for
and
you.
thank you everyone
Oh.
for watching. Oh, what's that?
Jake is wearing a Darth Vader onesie. Please go
Yeah,
over
he
there.
is.
Please.
Oh wow,
Wait,
can I
really?
rescind that raid?
No, it's already
Oh,
done. It's already done. Well, all right, there you go. Thank you,
Wait,
Joshua.
we have one last super chat here.
In fact, motorized wheelbarrows exist.
Yes, they do.
Okay.
Well, thanks for the knock 20.
Is that like Norwegian? I wonder if that's someone should Google. Let's Google that real quick.
Man, y'all really showing some love over there with Jake Studs. That's good stuff. Thank you, everybody.
I don't know. All that pops up is Nokia when you Google that, so I'm not sure what that currency is.
Diamond hands, baby. Diamond hands. Huh? baby.
I think that'll wrap it up for us, though. Thank you to everyone
It's
who watched.
Norwegian crone.
I thought it was North. See, that was my guess. There we go.
You're right.
Thank you for that.
You're right.
North Korean, John says. Okay.
North
End the stream. End the stream, Josh. We got to get out. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Oh, boy.
falling apart. Check out our 1 year quarantine cast print on Brian's Etsy store, everybody. We'll see you next week. Thanks for watching.